Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Visit gocurrency.com. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
The sun is shining on a beautiful evening in northern Nebraska. The fans filing in to the Knox County Fairgrounds for tonight's Nebraska Public Power District matchup on News Channel Nebraska as we get set for the Bloomfield Bees and the Wolfpack of Tricounty Northeast. Hello everyone, my name is Eric McKay. To my left, your right, Lou Siefker. And Lou, 8-man football for the first time this year on NCN, and the good news is the season isn't decided after 1 week. Two teams coming into tonight 0-1. Both of them felt like they left a lot on the table last week. A lot of adjustments to be made. Still a lot to feel good about, but be feeling a lot better if you're 1-1 as opposed to 0-2.
There's no bowl games, right? So you don't have to worry about losing your first game. I think both of these teams, if you win tonight, I think you can really kind of change that trajectory where you're at. The bad thing is if you lose tonight, then you're kind of in a hole. But I think both these teams very similar. Both these teams like to run the football. Both these teams want to make plays through the air. That's going to be key tonight, I think, is who can throw the football better tonight. But very similar teams, both teams with good quarterbacks, very similar. I think this game's going to come down late. Turnovers and who can throw the ball the best probably wins this game.
Yeah, this is one of those games stylistically where if you've got dinner reservations in a couple of hours, you might make them. This game could go quickly. We'll introduce you to some of the key players, get you set for action coming up. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back to high school football on News Channel Nebraska, live from the Knox County Fairgrounds tonight. Bloomfield plays host to Tri-County Northeast. Lou, I don't know what it is about Bloomfield and long streaks, but they're known for them. 36 straight years they've made the playoffs. Nobody in the state of Nebraska has done that. But perhaps even more impressive, 33 in a row. That's how many games as of tonight Braden Gunther will have started at quarterback. There is no one who has the experience as a signal caller that he does for the Bloomfield Bees.
Well, I got my tickets for the Bloomfield playoff game. I got them from Braden Gunther, as a matter of fact. 33 in a row. You know, if you're coming off a loss and you played a great team in Stanton, you're coming off a loss. Braden Gunther was held without a completion in that ball game. He's going to be angry, I think, and he's going to be ready to go. And if I want to go into that situation, you want an experienced quarterback. Braden Gunther is exactly that, and he's a big-time player. I expect him to kind of bounce back and have a big game here tonight.
Tri-County Northeast coming off a loss as well to Bancroft Rosalie a week ago, but they've got experience at quarterback as well. First team all-district last year. Ben Jorgensen, kind of a well-kept secret in Northeast Nebraska. He can do it with his arms and with his legs.
Yeah, another really good quarterback. I didn't even know much about him. I had to kind of ask people, what about this guy? And I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm excited to see him play. But yeah, he's a guy that can run, he can pass. He had a touchdown pass last week in their loss. So, again, as we said before, who throws the football better? I think Jorgensen is a guy that can do both very, very well.
Both of those players, by the way, their respective leading tacklers last week as well on defense. We'll hear from, but yeah, it is 8-man football after all. We'll hear from both coaches coming up in our USAVE Pharmacy Coaches Conversations. USAVE Pharmacy, where their mission is your health. Back after this, this is News Channel Nebraska.
Thyroid nodules are a problem often detected during a physical exam, but they could need further attention. Let's learn more about it from an expert at Faith Regional. Joined now by Dr. Caitlin Brow, an endocrinologist with Faith Regional Physician Services. Today we're talking about thyroid nodules, and let's just start with the basics. What are they? Where are they?
So our thyroid is a gland here in the neck. It kind of sits right above our clavicle here. It's butterfly shaped. It has a right side, a middle portion, a left side. And what it does is it helps to control our metabolism. And like any gland or organ in the body, we can develop tissue in that gland that's not like the rest of the tissue.
Well, how do you identify that that's a problem that you have?
So sometimes nodules are felt on examination by like a primary care provider. Other times nodules are felt by the patient or noticed in the mirror. Sometimes if an abnormality is felt in the area of the thyroid gland, the next step is to pursue an ultrasound of that thyroid gland. And that's something that I can do in clinic.
What causes thyroid nodules?
We're not entirely sure what causes them. Sometimes they can run in families. Other times we can be at risk for thyroid nodules if we had radiation exposure to like the head and neck for treatment of other disorders or cancers.
You worry about the word cancer. Can these be cancerous?
They can. So in about 10% of cases, these nodules are cancerous.
And what would a treatment plan look like for that?
So first what we do is evaluate the cells of a nodule by taking a little sample of those cells, and that's called a fine needle aspiration, or FNA. And that's something that I can do in clinic, or sometimes I ask the help of one of our interventional radiologists. And so that gives us information about those cells, suspicious for cancer or not, and we have the help of a pathologist in reading that information.
Well, Dr. Brow, thanks so much for taking time to explain to us.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the pregame show. I'm joined now by head coach of Tricounty Northeast, Jacob Kneifel. Coach, last week you opened the season against a pretty good Bancroft Rosalie team. Didn't get the results you wanted, but it was your first game ever as a head coach. Talk about the emotions of stepping out there as the head man.
Yeah, so I've been with Tricounty ever since the co-op started, and I actually coached 1 year, the last year of Emerson Hubbard. So I've been with this group of boys for a few years now. So, emotionally it wasn't much different. I've been, started the season with this group last 3 years. So yeah, not much different emotionally there.
Talk a little bit about the game last week. Guys, in the ball game, I think I got away from you a little bit late. What did you see from your team that you liked, and what are some things that you kind of hope to work on? And how did the kids kind of bounce back from that loss?
Yeah, so looking back on film, it's kind of a lot of minor things, offensively, missing some blocking assignments, 2 guys blocking 1 defender. So getting that stuff cleaned up this week. We actually defended the run pretty well last week. We held them to under 3 yards a carry, which is a really good goal that we have, and accomplished that. So defensively, kind of stopping the pass. Hopefully we don't see that too much here tonight, and stop the run like we did.
Well, you talked about stopping the run. Bloomfield likes to run. They're always big. They're always physical. What's it going to take here to come on the road and get your first win of the year?
We're going to have to give their offensive line a lot of different looks. They got quite a bit of size on us up front there, so just giving them a lot of different looks, bringing pressures from different areas, always trying to keep them guessing where things are coming from. I think that'll give us the edge.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck in tonight's ball game.
Awesome, thanks.
That's head coach Jacob Kneifel. Folks, don't go anywhere. More pregame show is coming up next. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
At home or on the range, AGI Sentinels buildings protect crops and valuable assets from harsh weather conditions. Don't risk losing your hard-earned assets to seasonal elements when AGI Sentinel pre-engineered all-steel buildings are the simple and sturdy solution that provide maximum protection for a minimum cost. For free estimates, talk to Scott, Kenny, or Luke about your AGI Sentinel building. Call 402-748-3551 today or go to ashoffconstruction.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show, joined now by Bloomfield head coach Matt Kuhar. And Coach started the season a week ago. He couldn't have had a more difficult assignment than to go on the road against a Stanton team that's the defending state champs, has all kinds of guys coming back. I think you guys held your own. What was your takeaways from that first ball game?
Yeah, we knew it was kind of a measuring stick kind of game. We D1 state champs, and they're good. They're traditionally good, and we kind of went into that game saying, hey, we're going to see where we kind of match up and where we measure out.
Well, you know, experience is something it's hard to quantify, and it's certainly you like to have it at quarterback. Braden Gunther is a 4-year starter for you. What kind of a luxury is that to have a guy that knows the offense?
You know, that's awesome. And the thing about him, he's pretty fiery. He does a great job, and he's the leader of this team. And you know, we go on how he's going.
Well, you got a assignment tonight against Tricounty Northeast that come to town. They, like you, lost their first ball game, and they have a brand new head coach in Jacob Kneifel. What do you know about this team? What do you expect, and what's it going to take to win this ball game?
I tell my kids every year things that we need to go and take care of. We got to be ball security. We got to go and win that turnover game, and we got to play some penalty free. But I know he's been on their staff before, and checking their tape from this last week, and it's a lot of the same things that they're doing before. So I'm sure they'll have wrinkles for us.
Well, Coach, really appreciate you joining us, and good luck in tonight's ball game.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Matt Kuhar, head coach at Bloomfield. Folks, stick around. If you like Class D1 8-man football, you came to the right place. Bloomfield takes on Tricounty Northeast right after this on NCN.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hardington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
Back at the Knox County Fairgrounds, getting set for action in 8-man football tonight. Bloomfield taking on Tricounty Northeast. Let's take a look at our school spotlight. Brought to you by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency's here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com today. Tricounty Northeast. So this is a co-op between Allen and Emerson Hubbard, the Tri-County that they mentioned, Dixon, Dakota, and Thurston. Third year as a co-op. Made their first appearance in the playoffs last year. Meanwhile, Bloomfield, we know the story about them in the postseason. 36 straight years in the playoffs, the longest streak in Nebraska history. State champs back in 1992. When we come back, we've got starting lineups and all the action. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Kyler Johnson, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. Elkhorn Valley Bank is different from your national banks in that you get that personal relationship, that personal touch. We care about our customers, the bank cares about its employees. You have an impact on the local community. You're working with people in the community, you're trying to make the community better. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Let's talk starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. As you see the Bloomfield Bees there, we'll take a look at our starting lineups tonight. First for Tricounty Northeast on defense, Ben Jorgensen had 18 tackles in that game against Bancroft Rosalie a week ago. Braden McCorkindale on the line, a fumble recovery to go along with 10 tackles as well. Offensively, we talked about what Jorgensen could do. Braden McCorkindale scored a touchdown on the first play of the season, was limited a bit after that, though. Thatcher Lamp, a good receiver, he caught a 29-yard touchdown pass last week. For Bloomfield, defensively, Brock Jonato, 12 tackles a week ago. Braden Gunther had 14. Jarrett Sauser, a solid linebacker for them as well. And on offense, talked about it, Braden Gunther did not complete a pass last week. Brock Jonato quickly becoming one of the names to watch as running backs to Bloomfield, 98 yards and a touchdown last year. Just a junior at 190 pounds. I mean, that's just kind of what they do, right? They just have great running backs year in and year out. They just kind of grow them, it seems like, here in Bloomfield. And Brock Jonato looks to be just as good as the rest of them.
Well, it seems like not only do they have good running backs, they always have some big linemen, too, to run behind. So that always helps. And, we talk about these quarterbacks. At the open, we talked about the quarterbacks, right? But between these two guys, Braden Gunther and Ben Jorgensen, 32 tackles last week. We talk more about their defensive performance.
Yeah, Tri-County Northeast gave up 377 yards in that 14-point loss to Bancroft Rosalie a week ago. Most of that was through the air. Like Coach Kneifel mentioned, they were very solid against the run. And look, here against Bloomfield, they're going to have to be tonight.
Yeah, you're going to have to stop the run. And both teams want to do the same thing. Both teams want to stop the run and force you to throw the football. And both teams want to establish things on the line of scrimmage, run the football, control the clock, control time of possession. Who's going to be able to do that the best tonight is obviously probably going to win. We talk a lot about turnovers. That can change the game. But I think ultimately one of these quarterbacks is going to make a big play through the air tonight, which is going to loom large as far as who wins and who loses.
Tri-County Northeast in the road whites, trimmed in powder blue. Those are just sharp uniforms the Wolfpack have. Bloomfield, their classic navy blue helmets, royal blue uniforms at home. With the sun beating down on us. This is generally a north-south facing field, so as the sun sets, it's going to be kind of beaming into your living room for a quarter or so. Opening kickoff into the end zone for a touchback, and we'll see what Bloomfield does offensively. To start this ball game, we get our first look at the 2024 edition of the Bees. Eliminated in the first round of the playoffs last year, only the second time that's happened since Coach Kuwar's taken over this program.
Yeah, both of these programs were playoff teams a year ago. Both teams lost in the first round. And Bloomfield, we're used to seeing them playing like Falls City Sacred Heart in the semifinals, those classic games that we've seen in the past. So, yeah, a little bit of an early exit, but made it there like they do every single year.
Bloomfield back in D1 for the first time in 9 years. They go up the middle. This is Jonato. You see the big hole opening up for him up the middle. A solid gain of about 9 on first down for Bloomfield.
Yeah, Jonato, 98 yards last week, but that's against Stanton.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's impressive.
Yeah, 42-14 loss to Stanton last week. Here's the thing, and there's no such thing as moral victories. Not a lot of teams are going to hold Stanton under 50 this year.
Yeah, kind of in a boxing analogy. I think they went the distance. They got a unanimous. Stanton got the unanimous decision, but they went the distance.
Jonato gets first down yardage off the left side. Out across the 25 to the 26-yard line, and Bloomfield has their first down of the evening.
If you're Coach Kuhar, you would love to see about an 8-9 minute drive here, just churn out yards, run the football, wear that defense down. That would be exactly what the doctor ordered. And again, we talk about being able to make plays through the air. Usually it's when you're establish the ground game when you can throw those play action passes.
Jonato, Bo Eisenhower in the backfield. It's Eisenhower who gets the pitch. Good cut, and he's got first down yardage. So Bo Eisenhower, the junior, was not used much. He ended up net minus 14 on the ground. He gets net 10 there, and another first down for the Bees.
That's a good sign right now for Bloomfield. Obviously very, very early, but running the ball, the first few runs, they've picked up some chunk yardage.
You see Coach Kuhar, 12th year at the helm of this program, 86 wins to just 27 losses. I formation behind Gunther on 1st and 10 from the 35. And it's Jonato into the pile, not much. Tricounty Northeast. This is a team with 7 starters back on defense, Lou. They are a program that's not been around very long, but again, Allen, Emerson Hubbard, a lot of history of those programs. And this is an experienced defense from a playoff team a year ago. They feel like they can hang with the best of them.
And you want to do exactly what you just saw there, and that's shut down Bloomfield, especially on first down. You don't want them in those second and short situations. Force them into more predictable passing situations.
Saw the replay by Madison County Bank, here to help you grow. This time they use Jonato as a deep back, so they kind of flip him and Eisenhower. That time they also had Tegan Smith in as a fullback, so you'll see Jonato at both fullback and deep back. That time gets about a yard, and now here we go, 3rd and 8. What does Bloomfield do?
Yeah, this is where the game is won or lost a lot of times, is who can convert on these long yardage situations. It's about 3rd and 9 here, so that's at least a long 8. It's going to be difficult. We'll see if Bloomfield tries to go to the air or if they keep the ball on the ground.
Call it 3rd and, we'll call it 8.5 from the 37-yard line. Again, the 40-yard line is midfield. They fake the pitch. Inside give to Jonato, and he's gone. Nothing but green grass in front of him. The misdirection fooled him. Touchdown Bees on a 43-yard scamper.
Yeah, misdirection. That was a good call. And you do that a lot of times when you're playing a team that's got that aggressive defensive style like Tricounty Northeast. And just caught him going the other way. There's a nice block at the point of attack, and Jonato's gone.
Second rushing touchdown of the season. Bloomfield will go for 2. Gunther, this time going to the air. Pressured, tries to freelance, tipped and caught! Tip drill 2-point conversion. Jacob Smith comes down with it, and with 9.5 to go first quarter, it's Bloomfield. 8-0 the lead over Tri-County Northeast. This is NCN.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Well, Eric, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but you'd practice this in practice, the tip drill. That ball, it could have easily been intercepted. It's tipped up there. Instead, it falls right into the hands there of Jacob Smith for that 2-point conversion. Yeah, a little bit of luck, but you practice that, right? You're ready for those tipped balls. Bloomfield with an impressive touchdown drive there to take the lead and get that 2-point conversion, which on games, these 8-man games, those 2-point conversions are important.
Ball into the end zone for the touchback, so Tricounty Northeast will start at the 15-yard line. You know, a program with the extended success of Bloomfield's would tell you create your own luck, right? And like you said, that's how they do it, by practicing tipped balls like that, so Smith knew what to do with it. And you said it. I mean, we've seen games where teams have lost despite scoring more touchdowns,
right,
because they didn't get the 2-point conversions.
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of extra points in 8-man games. I said it many times. You know, I didn't know if I'd like 8-man when I first started covering these. I love 8-man football. It's fun.
It is so much fun. Now we see Jorgensen on the keeper, met by Jonato. And we'll see this Tri-County Northeast offense. You know, I talked to Coach Jake Kneifel this week, and I thought he kind of downplayed their offense. I think this is a fairly dynamic offense. You look at what they did against Bancroft Rosalie. Not fancy, not a deep playbook, but they find ways to go inside, go outside. They can vary things up and make things tough on a defense.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do in that offense, is to try to keep that defense off balance. They're not necessarily going to just overpower you, but they're going to do a lot of different things and try to be diverse in what they do.
On 2nd and 4, Bloomfield stuffing that play in the backfield, and that's the size. Big 290-pound Owen Kuhar stuffed the hole. Play finished off by Benjamin Dodge and Tegan Smith. No gain. In fact, maybe a loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down for TCNE.
Man, when did guys get that big in high school? 290.
He's a junior, too. Coach's son.
Yeah, Coach. Hope Coach is getting paid well, because that's a grocery bill I wouldn't want to have.
3rd and 7 here in our first quarter, which is brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic. At Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk, they're building a Norfolk legacy, one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you at Yankton Medical Clinic. First down run there. So we wonder what these teams will do on 3rd and long. They say we'll just run the ball because we're good at that.
Yeah.
That time it's Braden McCorkindale, the senior, out across the 30 to the 32 and a first down.
Yeah, just a pitch play to that right side. Nothing fancy. They just pick up the first down. Yeah, 3rd down and 9. We're just going to run the ball. That's what we do. That's what we do well.
So McCorkindale, the senior, 51 yards on the ground last week, although not much after the first quarter. Bancroft Rosalie did a nice job limiting him. To the air for the first time, it's Jorgensen. Over the top, wants Belt, incomplete. 1-on-1, and that's how Tri-County Northeast's offense can be dynamic. You've got Jackson Belt, the senior, only 1 catch a week ago, but he's got height, he's athletic, and if he's in open space, he can be dangerous.
And he was open there, too. He had a step on the defender. The ball just sailed a little bit here. Watch the replay. He had time to throw, sets up nicely. The ball just a little bit out in front of Belt, but Belt had a step on his receiver. We'll see if the Wolfpack can convert on that sort of a play here later in the game.
2nd and 10 from the 32. Back to the ground, back to McCorkindale. Nice bounce to the outside. Bowling over defenders, knocked out of bounds. First down yardage in Bloomfield territory. So Braden McCorkindale, the senior, out across the 40 to the 37-yard line. That'll move the sticks for TCNE.
We'll talk about big guys. McCorkindale, he's not that tall, but he's listed at 200. Now I'm 200, but I'm frail.
Right.
I mean, McCorkindale's like a fire hydrant, right? I mean, he's tough to bring down. You saw that he got hit a couple times, and with guys like that, you got to get low and try to knock his feet out from under him. If you go up shoulder to shoulder, he's going to run you over.
It's almost like a Derrick Henry frame, just on a 6-foot guy.
Yeah.
Now they try the QB keeper. Speaking of big, Owen Kuhar gets his big mitts on you. You're not going anywhere. No gain for Jorgensen. In fact, he lost a yard. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that's exactly, again, I think it's important with both these teams that like to run the football is you try to get them off schedule and especially on first down and force, that play calling to change a little bit based on down and distance. And if you can stop first down, and keep them off schedule, really both of these teams, and you have a chance to win the war. Now, granted, both these teams have converted 3rd and long on the ground.
Option play on 2nd and 11. Jorgensen will keep back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard more. Jake Schrader applied the first contact. A bunch of other Bs in on the stop. It'll be 3rd down and about 9.
Owen Kuhar there came in there a little bit. I mean, it wasn't a late hit or anything, but he came in there late. It was kind of like kids playing in an intersection, and here comes a bus. That's what it made me think of. It's like, look out. Get out of the way.
Yeah, if you're falling to the ground, you see big Owen Kuhar coming your way. It's your life's history begins flashing very quickly in front of you. So 3rd down and 9 for Tri-County Northeast, already almost halfway home in the first quarter. Bloomfield opened with a touchdown drive. Tri-County Northeast trying to answer them on the road. 3rd and 9. Jorgensen sending Brian Isom in motion. Faking to him. Jorgensen wants to throw. He's flushed and brought down for the sack. Coach Kuhar talked this week about how dangerous Jorgensen can be when he gets in space, but that time Jake Schrader finishes the play off in the backfield. It's 4th down.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Jorgensen's a guy that can beat you with his feet in these sort of plays that break down. It just kind of improvises and can make plays, but Bloomfield did a really nice job to just keep him in front of them, and Jorgensen came in and made the play, or not, Schrader rather, came in and made that play. So now Bloomfield gets the first stop of this ball game.
Jorgensen will punt. Very good punting week last week, 35 yards per punt. He gets a good one off here, angling to the sideline. Jonato from the 8. Oh, if he can get to the near sideline, he might have something. Coming to the near side now across the 25 and spun out of bounds there. Solid return on what was a very good punt, but Bloomfield gets good field position after the 20-yard punt return by Jonato.
I don't know if we'll see the replay or not, but Gunther, the quarterback, threw that block there to kind of spring him and pick up about 10, 15 more yards. Gotta love it. I wonder if they'll have Rayola out there blocking on special teams tomorrow.
If that happened, we would have to check Coach Rule afterward because something has gone wrong.
Love it when your quarterback throws a nice block.
1st and 10, Bloomfield. Call it the 29-yard line. I formation behind Gunther. The pitch, not much of a cutback lane. Some positive yardage, though, for Eisenhower, the junior. Out across the 30 to the 31, it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Important for the Wolfpack in this ball game. You saw the misdirection that burned them a moment ago. You got to play your lanes, you got to play your assignment, and you got to really resist the idea of getting out of that, that area that you're supposed to be in and try to chase somebody down, because we've seen Bloomfield able to use that misdirection well.
Coach Kneifel talked about that. That was a focus in practice this week. Now trying to pop to the outside. Ball came out. Play was blown dead, though. They say forward progress was stopped. Tegan Smith gets a couple. Boy, a break for Bloomfield there. It'll be 3rd and 6. Wolfpack thought they had a turnover.
You're going to see that he's still up, but the whistles were blowing. They blew that dead before that football came out. Not a lot before, but that ball was definitely out. But, again, the whistles blew. Jorgensen came up with that fumble, but Bloomfield lives to fight another day.
3rd down and 6. From the 33, they go up the middle. Now the ball is out, and now Tri-County Northeast does have it. Jonato puts it on the turf. It's scooped up at the 39-yard line by Ben Jorgensen, and the Wolfpack forced the turnover.
Yeah, 2 fumbles in a row. That one definitely a fumble. Now Wolfpack have a chance with the short field. We'll see this again. Yeah, and that was actually Max Bruce that carried the football that time and coughed it up for Bloomfield. So first turnover of the ball game. It goes Tri-County Northeast way, and you've got the football in Bloomfield territory. You'd really love to put some points on the board here.
So Bruce with the fumble. Wolfpack with the short field, first quarter. Here's McCorkindale, has a hole. Oh, trying to cut back. The turf monster got him.
Yeah.
But he's out across the 35. Solid gain on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, one thing I noticed for the Bloomfield field here is when you're walking out there, the grass is tall. This is not a Speed Demons field. This is all about muscling up and power football with that grass that way. Nice cutback by McCorkadale, but he lost his footing. Still picked up about 5 yards anyway.
See Jake Kneifel there, first-year head coach at Tri-County Northeast. Was an assistant for a couple of years for this program for previous coach Evan Colfack. Now the AD at Ponca. 2nd down and 5. Hand off to the deep back, and he's got first down yardage. That time it's Brian Isom, his first carry. He's a good change of pace back for him at 26 rushing yards a week ago. Also caught a ball out of the backfield there. He gets 6 yards and a first down.
Yeah, I think it's important here for the Wolfpack to put some points on the board. Any opportunity either of these teams get with the short field, you want to cash those in. Turnover is such a big game changer, and we'll see if the Wolfpack can do something here. As this, I think we're going to be home by supper.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, this game, look, last week we had Norfolk and Columbus zipping the ball all over the place, and this game will be, I wouldn't be shocked if this game is an hour shorter. 2nd down and 5, McCorkadale tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Good sure-handed tackling, Jarrett Sauser in to make the play. Gain of about a yard. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, last week we were home for breakfast. That was a long one.
So now to the 27-yard line goes Tri-County Northeast. You know, one thing about Bloomfield, and Lou, we've covered so many games of theirs over the years, you don't break many tackles on a Bloomfield defense. They are always coached so well defensively. You saw it there, Corkindale trying to bounce and just couldn't escape.
A fundamentally sound team. Coach Kuhar and his troops always that way.
Jorgensen on the keeper, trying to follow some blockers, able to turn upfield, gets a solid gain out of it. Good, strong run there by Ben Jorgensen, the senior signal caller, across the 25 to the 23. So it'll be 3rd and about 5 for the Wolfpack.
Keep those feet churning, get those extra yards, get behind the big fellows up front. Now certainly you're thinking 4 downs here if you're Tri-County Northeast, so you don't have to get it on this play. You just want to get something positive. If you don't get the first down, set yourself up for that short yardage 4th down play.
From the 23-yard line, 3rd and 5. Wolfpack trying to cash in a turnover with a score. We have yet to see a receiver split wide in this game. No one has left the tackle box, and now we've got flags down, a stoppage, and I don't think they got this one off in time.
Yep, I think it's going to be delay of game.
Anytime the back judge throws the flag, that's the call, delay of game. So the first penalty of the game is a big one. Be now 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference, especially when both these teams are run-first offenses. But still, the good news is you got a couple of downs here to pick up those 10 yards.
Yeah, like you said, Lou, on this side of the field, they're thinking 2 plays, not 1 necessarily. So 3rd and 10 from the 28. Jorgensen sending Isom in motion. He'll go to the air. Tosses, has a man. Caught, first down. Inside the 15, driven out of bounds. There's Jackson Belt. He overshot him earlier on the money there. A 15-yard gain and a first down.
Just a simple crossing pattern. Belt was open. Jorgensen gets him the football. And we know Jorgensen can throw. He was under duress there, too. Got hit as he threw it. Still delivers a strike. And a big, big first down here for the Wolfpack.
So 1st and 10 from the 13. Tri-County Northeast. We mentioned 7 starters back on defense. Same deal on offense. This is an experienced group for Coach Jake Kneifel. The pitch, McCorkindale has a seam. There's good open field tackling, though. Tegan Smith wouldn't let him get away, but a solid gain inside the 10, down to about the 8. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, ticking away here. Might get one more play off before the second quarter. I really like McCorkindale. Yeah. He's not a guy that's going to break it 80 yards on you, but he's a guy that's going to get you 5 pretty consistently.
He's got some speed. Again, last week, first play from scrimmage against Bancroft Rose Lee, he broke to the outside and left them in the dust. So he can do that if he gets into the open field. Wolfpack with a chance to score down 8. Second quarter coming up. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hardington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Last week, Bancroft-Rosalie beat Tricounty Northeast by 14 in a game in which the Panthers ran almost twice as many offensive plays as the Wolfpack. Tonight, first quarter time of possession went Tricounty Northeast's way, but can they finish off this drive and potentially tie this game? Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Glad you could join us for 8-Man Football on News Channel Nebraska.
Yeah, a couple things from that first quarter. It looks right now like the Wolfpack a little more diverse, and I really like Jorgensen's ability to throw the football.
He'll go to the air on 2nd and 5, wants it, end zone, dropped. Might have been knocked away at the last minute. Nice job by Braden Gunther to close on that pass intended for Belt. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, again, Braden Gunther, a good defender. And let's see here, yeah, just got his hand in there. And Belt just could not secure the football. That looked like a touchdown, but you give Gunther credit there. Pretty good coverage. Gets his hand in there and knocks that one away.
So 3rd down 5 for Tri-County Northeast. Try to take advantage of a fumble recovery. Bloomfield turning it over. They had just one turnover last week in the loss against Stanton. 3rd and 5, Jorgensen wants the keeper. Tries to cut back, but there's Owen Kuhar. Nothing there for him. In fact, a loss on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 6 as Kuhar brings Jorgensen down for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, 4th and 6 from the 9-yard line. Now you can get a first down. If you pick up 6 yards, get it to the 3, you'd get a first down. So you don't necessarily have to go into the end zone here. We'll see what Coach Kneifel and his staff come up with here. We've seen these situations before. They like to run the football. With Ben Jorgensen's ability, you might get him out on the edge there and allow a run-pass option sort of play.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over. Timeout called by the Wolfpack. We'll take one as well. Big 4th down play next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Hefner Hardware. Now is the time to have your furnaces checked. Call Hefner Hardware today. And by Michael Foods. Best of luck to the area teams from Michael Foods in Bloomfield and Plainview.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Beautiful night in Northeast Nebraska. And a big play here for Tri-County Northeast. 4th and 6 from the Bloomfield 9. Trailing 8. 2nd quarter. They'll go with a run play. Straight up the gut, and they got him. How about confidence in your offensive line? Braden McCorkindale from 9 yards out. And the Wolfpack are on the board.
I like the vision there with McCorkindale, a really good cutback. But the big dogs up front kind of knocking people around there. That's a great job. I mean, what's a passing down with these teams? Like 3rd and 30? I mean, what are these guys?
I'll tell you what. How about a coach just challenging his team, saying 4th and 6, we're running it up the middle. Get this play.
Yeah.
And they did it. That's well done.
Yeah, great execution on that play. Great blocking. McCorkindale, as I mentioned, with a nice cutback, good vision. Now, 2-point conversion to try to tie this ball game.
Conversions will loom large, it appears, in this one. They go McCorkindale straight up the gut, didn't get there. So Bloomfield still with the lead. But Tricounty Northeast takes advantage of the short field. They're within 2, it's 8-6. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of Hardington. The Bank of Hardington wishes the best of luck to all area teams this season. And by You Save Pharmacy in Norfolk, where their mission is your family's health.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres. It's about the legacy, passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and always will be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, this is a fairground, after all. And both these teams running with some horsepower.
That's for sure. That's we rode those horses here. That's where I parked.
Yeah, it takes a while. Whoa, Norfolk to Bloomfield on horseback. I am sore. 8-6. I got to imagine you're trying to tackle guys like McCorkindale and Jonato. That can feel like trying to tackle a horse.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
A lot of room here to the outside, cutting back inside. Bloomfield has seen a lot of kickoffs return for touchdowns over the last 4 years. Wiley Ziegler's not here anymore, but still a solid return there. 1st and 10 Bloomfield now from the 25.
I knew there was something that just wasn't right about this game. Wiley Ziegler's not here.
He hasn't run a kickoff for a touchdown yet. 1st and 10 from the 25. Bloomfield turned it over their last time out.
That's certainly ball security now. They're going to be stressed for the Bees going forward. They had fumbles on 2 straight plays, although one was called dead.
They try to get it up the middle, and this time Tri-County Northeast ready. Gunther up the gut, gets nothing. Dylan Boyle in on the stop. Jackson Belt there as well. No gain at 2nd and 10.
Well, again, you look at things that could be a difference maker in the game. Certainly turnovers. Tri-County Northeast gets the fumble. They put points on the board. And again, I think the other thing is, who can be more diverse offensively? And I think right now, if you would say Tri-County Northeast with Jorgensen's ability to throw the football.
Gunther out of the gun for the first time. He'll keep it. Has a hole. This time he's gone. No one in front of him. No flags. Braden Gunther in the end zone for the 2nd time this year on the ground. 55 yards, and the Bees extend their lead.
Well, Braden Gunther says we don't need to pass the football. We're just going to run it for touchdowns all day long. Again, watch the right side of that line. Just cleared the path there. Look at the guys. They're like 5 yards back getting knocked down. That's just great blocking. He get Gunther out. Look at that. Was he a track star out there? I can't hardly keep up with him just watching that play.
So less than a minute it takes for Bloomfield to answer the Tri-County Northeast score with one of their own. They've hit on 2 big plays. Jonato, the 43-yarder, and now Gunther from 45. It's Bo Eisenhower at quarterback on the 2-point conversion. And he drops the ball. Picks it up, and that's going to be about all. Well, there's a pitch. Ball's still loose. And after all that, the 2-point conversion no good. So, Bloomfield, quick strike offense, strikes again. They're up 14-6. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Hospice is a philosophy of care for those individuals who've been diagnosed with a terminal illness who no longer want to pursue curative measures as opposed they want to receive comfort measures. Hospice is not about giving up or waving the white flag. It's really about changing our focus. If we can impact how someone feels on a day-to-day basis, we can impact their quality of life.
My wife was diagnosed with lung cancer, stage 4 terminal from the get-go. Early summer, late spring of 23, and we entered into the hospice program. I knew that Jan was going to be comfortable as could be. She certainly had some difficult moments, but by and large, hospice provided her with pain-free care, which was so important with the condition that she had.
I think here at Faith Regional Hospice, we all take our job very personally. My name is Jennifer Bucklew, and these are hospice services through Faith Regional.
So it's Tri-County Northeast with the long sustained drives, and Bloomfield hitting big on run plays. Now from the 5-yard line, Tri-County Northeast doesn't get much. The return there by Blake Kneifel out across the 15 to the 17-yard line, where the Wolfpack will start 1st and 10. And there you see the winning tradition. 36 consecutive playoff appearances.
That's crazy.
That's an absurd run.
Well, Death, Texas, and Bloomfield making the playoffs. Things you can count on.
They made the playoffs for the first time while Ronald Reagan was still the president.
Ronald Reagan was an actor, I think.
Yeah. The 1st and 10. Let's see what the Wolfpack can come up with for an answer. Little option play, not much. Gang tackle. There's Kuhar in on that one again. Jarrett Salzer hit him first. It was Kuhar who hit a pancake block about 9 yards downfield that sprung Gunther for that touchdown.
Yeah, that offensive line, that Bloomfield offensive line is big. Kuhar obviously 290, but Cody Smith and Iman Pena are both 215. 215 used to be big. Back when I was in high school, granted that was the Reagan administration when I was in my school, but 215 used to be big. Now you got 290 guys out there, but it still is big, especially an 8-man, 215. That's a big offensive line. You know, it's got to be frustrating for these defenses because you get both of these teams have done what they want to do, get these guys in 3rd and long, but they just can't stop them on 3rd and long.
And now Tri-County Northeast has to burn another timeout. We'll take one as well. 14-6, Bloomfield with the lead. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
If that doesn't say Nebraska, what does? You got the silos, beautiful sunset, mid-September, playing football. Doesn't get much better than that. Early September, not mid-September.
I said this last night, Eric, and I got to say it again. Our crew gets some of the most amazing shots. These guys should be working like for Rockwell or, you know, I mean, some of these guys get some fantastic looks.
Bloomfield jumping offside there, encroachment. That's a free 5 for Tri-County Northeast.
Yeah, I would say you don't want to do that, but it seems like 3rd and long has been the best down for both these teams. So, but certainly you don't want to hurt yourself with penalties.
So from the 22 now, 2nd and about 6. They fake the counter. Jorgensen on the rollout. Can't break the tackle. Well, that's a nice job of Sauzer. And we talk so often about not breaking contain. That's it right there. Sauzer funnels the play inside. It's 3rd down.
Yep, play your spot. Don't get out of position. It's well schooled there defensively. Now, okay, 3rd down. It's 3rd and 3. It's 3rd and short. Maybe you're in a good spot here.
You know what they're going to do is they're going to throw it deep.
Wouldn't doubt it.
They're converting 4th and 6s on the ground. See what Coach Kneifel cooks up.
You know, the misdirection works well. One thing you think about is there's only 8 guys out there. If you can get 1 or 2 guys out of position, you got a chance to take it the entire way.
3rd down and 3. They'll go with a pitch. McCorkindale won't get there. Bloomfield's defense does the job. That's Jake Schrader, Jarrett Sauzer combining on the stop, only a gain of 2. And Tri-County Northeast will have to punt.
That's a big stop for Bloomfield. I figure the Bees probably going to get reasonably good field position depending on how this punt goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 26. Good punt from Jorgensen last time. Jonato back deep. Good snap. Pretty good punt again. Fair catch called for and made at the 24-yard line. So that's a punt of 30 yards, no return. Flips the field a little bit, but Bloomfield 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line after their defense comes up with their second stop of the evening.
Yeah, not a long punt, but the big thing is you didn't get any return, so it's net 30. And on an 80-yard field, that's not too bad.
Again, both of these punters, Jorgensen and Jonato for Bloomfield. Jorgensen averaged 35 yards per punt last week, had a long of 40.
His kicking game can really be a weapon at all levels.
Now Bloomfield back out on offense. Gunther. Now hold everything. Somebody jumped. Everybody pointing at everybody else. This will be a false start against Bloomfield.
I usually just pointed at myself when the whistles blew.
That was probably me. I just assume it was me, and I'll head to the bench. So 1st and 15. Second penalty against Bloomfield tonight. Backs him up inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. 14-6, Bloomfield with the lead on our scoreboard. Brought to you in part by Faith Regional Physician Services. When hard work hits you hard, have faith. Also by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Well, Currency's here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Gunther, handoff out of the gun, the stiff arm. Jonato to the edge, turns the corner. Oh, can't walk the tightrope all the way to the end zone, but he gets a lot of yardage back out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. That's a 14-yard gain.
Watch the stiff arm, Eric. Jackson Belt had a chance there to get him, but Jonato breaks the tackle and then tight ropes and just steps out of bounds. I got a man down here for the Wolfpack.
We've got a player down for Tricounty Northeast. That's Jace Malasek, the senior. That is down. Training staff out to take a look at him. We'll take a break. 14-6, Bloomfield with the lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
The first time I ever took prescription opioids is when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I think I was 16 years old. I must have gotten a 30-day script. I took them all in 3 days. I was stealing from people, buying substances on the street. I look back at that time with a lot of shame. That's not who I am. Opioid use disorder is not a moral failing.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
One thing about working, we've always had employers that took care of all the health care for us. Navigating that was kind of scary, unknown.
We tried to do it on our own, but weren't too confident with, was this really what we should be doing? Sarah is a very welcoming, warm person. and we really enjoy working with her. We laugh, we giggle.
She presented several scenarios, kind of took over where the employer left off.
See, it's all on who you can trust, right, hon?
Yes, dear.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
Jace Malasek is the player that's down for Tri-County Northeast, 190-pound senior. The training staff still looking at him. The helmet is off. He is down. He took a big shot on a block on that last play and is still shaken up. They're working to try to get him mobilized and off as soon as they can, but
kind of the downside of this great game is it's a physical game, and sometimes injuries happen. It's kind of inevitable. We'll hope that it's nothing significant here. Just, but yeah, I think it was you got hit hard from the backside, and
Tri-County Northeast players, their senior leader. One of their leaders, one of their better defenders, had 12 tackles last week against Bancroft Rosalie. Family out on the field. You've got training staff from both Tri-County Northeast and Bloomfield out to try to get this young man stabilized as best they can. A young man who's playing his heart out and unfortunately caught the bad end of a play. So Malasek still laying down. They have his helmet off. And just trying to figure out, they have Bloomfield EMTs on site as well, as they do at all games. So they continue to work on Jace Malasek, the senior for Tri-County Northeast, who is down and injured. We will take another break. You're watching Bloomfield and Tri-County Northeast on News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Hefner Hardware. Now is the time to have your furnaces checked. Call Hefner Hardware today. And by Michael Foods. Best of luck to the area teams from Michael Foods in Bloomfield and Plainview.
So Jace Malasek being helped off the field. That is good news.
Yes.
He is walking and off the field, obviously being taken very slowly. You know, Lou, you and I have watched a lot of football over the years. Back in the day, they would say, oh, they got their bell rung. Now we know it's a lot more serious than that, and they did a nice job slowing this game down, slowing everything down, making sure that this young man is okay.
Yeah.
Jace Malasek will get looked at by training staff, by EMTs, but the good news is the young man's walking off the field with help.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly, you can guess what's going on, but I'm pretty sure you have some level of concussion. But you're absolutely right. I thought they were waving for the stretcher, and we were glad that didn't happen. And he gets off the field. He's likely not coming back in this one, but let's hope everything's going to be okay going forward. Again, good thing that he walked off the field.
Now the tough part, you got to get back to football after that. It's 2nd and 1 for Bloomfield. After that 14-yard gain after the penalty. Jonato wrapped up, brought down from behind. Solid play defensively. Looked like McCorkindale in on the stop. Might have lost a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 2.
Belt in on the play. I think Fackler was also in on there. It's a good job by that defense to make penetration. And now Bloomfield, 3rd down and short. You'd like your chances, I think, if you're Bloomfield. But, again, it's kind of been a crapshoot on 3rd down. We'll see what happens here.
Call it 3rd and about 1.5 yards. Gunther in the gun. Going to the air. Over the top. Has his man caught. That's Jacob Smith. Inside the 5. He's gone. Big play, Bloomfield strikes again, this time from 48 yards. What a time for Braden Gunther to get his first pass completion of the season.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We talked about that. Who's going to make plays through the air? And we've been saying that it's been Tricounty Northeast so far. But a big play there between Smith and Gunther. Gunther hits him in stride, makes it that easy touchdown. That's a good call. I don't think Tricounty Northeast was expecting a pass on that situation.
So Bloomfield on for the 2-point conversion. Jonato straight ahead and in. So 2-point conversion is good. 6:57 to go in the half. Bloomfield up 16. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Well, this is proof you don't know what to expect. 4th and 6, we see run plays.
Exactly.
3rd and 2, we see almost 50-yard pass completions. Don't try to hem these offenses into boxes. These are two creative coaches finding ways to get things done on offense.
Yeah, I love it. It's I just said before that play, it's a crapshoot. You don't know what's coming on 3rd down, and I was right. They run a pass play on 3rd down and 2. It not only does it work for a touchdown. But before I go too much farther, I have to say that the pep band sounds really good tonight.
They sound great, yeah.
Yeah, I like this Bloomfield pep band. That's not just lip service. They do. They sound good.
They do a nice job. And look, these 8-man schools sometimes can struggle to get enough people for a pep band, so they're getting it done. Now Tricounty Northeast got to get the offense back on track. Their one touchdown came on a drive that started in Bloomfield territory. They've shown at times the propensity to move the ball, but a 3-and-out their last time with it.
Yep, you don't want that. I mean, the good news is you still have, 2+ quarters to play. You're down 22-6, so you don't want to panic. You don't want to come out of what you want to do offensively. It's a matter of execution at this point. And Bloomfield, you're kind of licking your chops here a little bit with that 16-point lead. If you could get the ball back here and score before halftime, you'd really be in the driver's seat.
Isom in motion. They'll pitch to him. Finds a little bit of a seam, but gang tackled after a gain of a couple. And it'll be 2nd down and call it 9 on Isom's second carry tonight. Sauser in on that tackle again. We've been calling his name a lot
Yeah.
tonight defensively.
I don't know how many games we've had so far this year, like on News Channel Nebraska, that I've been part of. 4 of them, I believe. This is the 4th one. Every game, there's a 44. That has been a difference maker in the ball game.
Interesting. What you're saying is 44 is the number you want to wear.
Yeah, you wear that number, and maybe play it in the lottery this weekend. I don't know. It's a
Can he play 44 6 times and win the Powerball? I don't think they'll let you do that. 2nd down and 9 for Tri-County Northeast. Isom splitting wide. They fake to him. Look out. Jorgensen's got a freelance. Able to make something of it, but Bloomfield was in the backfield in a hurry. That's Pena, the senior, making the stop after a gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 28-yard line.
Well, you got 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 here situation. I think they got them right where they want them, right? I mean, you wouldn't have said that before the game, but it seems like it's worked a lot.
Yeah, their conversions have come on long yardage situations.
Yeah, we've got 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, and 4th and 6 that they've converted on.
Well, they've got a 3rd and 7 here. To the air, Jorgensen over the top, has a step, incomplete. Might have been a little bit behind Belt. It was well covered on the back end, but Belt got behind the defense. It'll be 4th down.
Well, certainly Bloomfield now, I just mentioned that. You feel like if you get a 3 and out here, get the football back, you've got plenty of time to add to your lead. And, well, you get you go in the locker room, you get another touchdown and 2-point conversion, up 24, something like that going into the locker room. You feel pretty good about where you're at.
Especially given, the styles of these offenses, not exactly easy to come from behind against. They can both kill clock. Good punt again, end over end, angling to the far sideline, though. We'll see where they mark it out of bounds. Jonato doesn't get a crack at that one. Bloomfield will be starting in their own territory at the 23-yard line, so 34-yard punt, no return. And it's Bloomfield, like you said, Lou, with a chance to really take control of this game here.
There's 5:07 left to go before halftime. Bloomfield has all 3 of their timeouts. So you've got your entire offensive game. You can run just what you want to run here, and you don't have to speed it up either. You've got plenty of time, 3 timeouts to work with.
Pitch, that's Eisenhower breaking through out across the 25 to the 26 or 27. So solid first down gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's Bo Eisenhower. That name is pretty popular around these parts.
Pretty well known in Bloomfield, that it is.
We call it, next year when he's a senior, would you say it's the end of the Eisenhower administration?
I don't know. There might be another one.
yeah, that's very true.
2nd down and 6. Looking to the air, Gunther pumps, he'll keep it. Has to bounce to the outside. Now trying to cut back. This one's going to get called back if they accept it. Flag is down, but great job to chase down the play by Brian Isom. Gunther ends up going for a loss. And I think the penalty is going to be on Bloomfield as well.
Yeah, I think you have a block in the back here. I think that's going to be on Jonato.
So what do you do if you're Tri-County Northeast? It's 3rd and long because of the yardage that he gave up.
Yeah, I think you go with 3rd and long, don't you? Even though these teams have been able to kind of execute on 3rd and long.
The ball's marked at the 21-yard line. That would be a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, I think if Gunther on that play, if you just keep going forward, pick up the positive yard, sometimes you try to be too creative and end up losing yardage. And then the penalty, obviously.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to take what ended up being about a 6-yard loss. So it'll be 3rd and long from the 11-yard line.
Yep, so illegal block. They decline it. I think that's the right move. 3rd down and 12. I think most of the time you feel pretty good if you got Bloomfield in 3rd and 12.
They'll pitch. Eisenhower going to throw it over the top. Has a man downfield, but too strong. Incomplete. Looking for Sauser out of the backfield. That was pretty well covered.
Yeah.
Tri-County Northeast not fooled. That was Jorgensen. And now for the first time tonight, the Wolfpack force a punt.
Yeah, it's a good thing that ball was thrown long, because if that ball is short, it's probably picked off. There had two defenders in the area. Put it out there, and if your receiver can't get it, then nobody gets it. That's what Eisenhower did on that halfback pass.
Boy, big stop there defensively when Tri-County Northeast needed one. So this is Jake Schrader on to punt. It was Jonato that did the punting last week. Schrader gets a good leg into this one. Here's Belt from the 23. Bowling over a defender across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Good field position here for Tri-County Northeast. Hey, folks, stick around. We've got halftime coming up, brought to you by Insurance 365, the healthcare specialists that you want to do business with. Also brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. So 1st and 10, Tri-County Northeast, the 38-yard line. Boy, points before halftime would feel real good for Coach Jake Kneifel. They go straight ahead. Bloomfield ready for it. Get a couple into B territory.
Well, that's one thing you love about football is the momentum swings that you can have. Now, Bloomfield had the football, about 5:11 to go before halftime, had a chance to add to their lead. They didn't get it done. Now, you flip the script here, Tri-County Northeast, if you get a touchdown here before halftime, you feel a lot better about your chances of coming back in the third and fourth quarters.
They will get the ball to start the second half as well. 2nd down 7 after the gain of 3 by Jorgensen. I formation behind him. He'll go to the fullback. Trips forward, wrapped up, brought down by Kuhar as McCorkadale. Down to the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
Only one timeout right now left for the Wolfpack. Counting down to around 3 minutes to go before halftime. You're right across midfield, so we'll see how aggressive Tri-County Northeast wants to be. But I think you have a chance here, maybe in a 4-down situation, to maybe try to hit one over the middle.
McCorkindale, that was his 8th carry, 44 yards and a touchdown in this first half. 3rd and 4.
There you go.
They go to the air, look out, pressure from the edge, didn't have a chance. Brought down to the backfield for the sack. It'll be 4th down. From midfield, that's a loss of 4. Owen Kuhar and Brock Jonato combined for that one.
Yep, both of them in there very quickly. I'm not sure if that was going to be a pass or a quarterback a draw, but either way it didn't work because those two fellas there from Bloomfield made sure it wasn't going to go.
So Tri-County Northeast is going to elect to punt it away. We have seen touchdowns. We have not seen a single first down in this quarter.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, we had a lot of them in that first quarter, but now the 3rd down conversions are not there.
Jonato comes up, fields this one from the 10. Oh, nice move to shake to the outside. Get some extra yardage after that 30-yard punt. Returned out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So net 14 after a solid gain by Brock Jonato.
I like Brock Jonato. He's not only is a guy that can deke you, make you miss, but you saw that around the sidelines. He put his shoulder down, man. He's not afraid to run into somebody. Now he's over here kind of kneeling down. Hopefully he's okay. But that was quite a collision.
Just a junior. He's got a special couple years ahead of him. He was in a little bit as a sophomore last year. Bloomfield, 1st and 10 from their own 26. Gunther will keep. Can he get the edge? He can. Turns upfield. Gunther's got some speed. A little bit of a hurdle to get some extra yardage. Into TCNE territory. That's a solid run by the QB. Out across midfield to the 39-yard line. That's 15 yards and a first down.
Well, let me tell you something right now. Braden Gunther is an athlete. Did you see that explosion around that right side? He's got a different gear than most guys have. He's a perfect 8-man quarterback. He's a guy that can hit those passes occasionally, but he's such a good athlete. He's tough to keep in that pocket or keep in front of you, and he's got that great acceleration.
64 yards on the ground after that scamper. First down from the Wolfpack 39. Now it's a direct snap. Eisenhower brought down from behind. McCorkindale tracks him down, no gain.
It's a good job by McCorkindale. It looked like Eisenhower was going to break that one off that left side. McCorkindale just chased him down, made a sure tackle there around the legs for no gain. That looked like that was going to be maybe it'd be a big gainer.
With a minute 10 to go, Bloomfield calls timeout. We'll keep it here, 22-6. Bees with the lead. Hey, folks, we got a full day of college football tomorrow here on News Channel Nebraska. Starts in the afternoon, 12:50 Central Time as Kearney, UNK, plays host to Northwest Missouri State. No big deal. That should be a fantastic matchup. So that's our afternoon slate. Then in the evening, Doane trying to bounce back from a tough loss last week. They host Briar Cliff tomorrow evening. Our coverage there starting at 5:50. And if you're a Tri-County Northeast fan, specifically from Allen, you'll want to tune in. Allen Eagle fans will remember Kobe Cum. He is a wide receiver now at Doane, a senior. And we'll see if he gets some time tomorrow against the Chargers. So UNK and Doane college football on NCN tomorrow. Congrats, by the way, to Wayne State.
Yeah.
Big win last night over MSU Moorhead. Oh, boy, the Wildcats are humming.
We got Wayne State games coming up here next week against Minnesota State.
Huge.
Wayne State, they're going to have a special year. I'm calling it right now.
Bloomfield trying to have a special drive to end the half. They got Jonato in almost a Wildcat set. Direct snap to him. Tries to bounce to the outside as a flag comes in. The Tri-County Northeast not fooled by that at all. It was Isom who finished it off. We got to sort out the flag, though.
Not sure if this was a blocking foul or if somebody grabbed his face mask. Nope,
it is against Bloomfield. Well, that's the one thing tonight. The Bees' penalties have kind of gotten in their way. They had one declined earlier, but this one, Tri-County Northeast will gladly accept.
Yep, getting a little sloppy now. And absolutely, you're going to push Bloomfield back and get him in that long yardage situation.
I will say, all three of Bloomfield's touchdowns tonight have been 40-plus yards.
Right.
So maybe the Bees have got them where they want them on 2nd and 20 from their own 31-yard line. 2 timeouts left and a minute 4 to go.
Now Bloomfield does have the guys. We've seen Gunther, we've seen Jonato, and Smith all with long plays, catches and runs.
Gunther on the rollout, thought about throwing to the near side, but it was well covered. Gunther keeps it to the outside. Well, you start 33 straight games, you make good decisions like that. Didn't force it, got a solid game.
Yeah, there's just no, there's no replacing experience, right? I mean, the guys that have been there, he knows the offense, and you've been in so many games. There's nothing you haven't seen at this point at the high school level. So that's such a big bonus to have a player that has played that many games.
Again, that was designed to come to the near side on a screen to Jonato, but the Wolfpack were sitting on it. That one could have been picked off if he throws it. Instead, he gets a 7-yard gain. Sets up 3rd and 13, though. They keep it on the ground. Jonato bounces, cuts upfield. It'll be 4th down. But Bloomfield keeps it in bounds, keeps the clock moving. Neither team really in any hurry. I think for the Wolfpack defense, good stop, go to the half down 16, try to adjust and come back to start the second half.
Yeah, I think if you're Tri-County Northeast, you feel good that you've kind of slowed this offense down a little bit. Now, they've had their own penalties, have Bloomfield, but you've given up some big plays, yet the game is still within reach. And, yeah, I think this one's going to go halftime. Nobody's in a hurry here.
So Bloomfield, offense has shown the propensity for the big play. Tri-County Northeast, no first downs for the Wolfpack in the second quarter. And as we head to the break, it's 22-6 Bloomfield with the lead at home.
There's a timeout here.
Did they call a timeout?
Yeah, I think there's supposed to be a second left. It stopped at 1 and then it ticked off. I don't know if you're thinking one play to the end zone here or if you had to call that to avoid the delay of game penalty. I'm not sure how that was working, but there's 1 second left in the half.
So we'll get one more play. Well, who knows what's going to happen. Again, they're inside the 40, so probably not a touchdown, right? No, I'm kidding. Bloomfield, we've not seen, Bloomfield has been known over the years for those sustained drives. They've hit big plays through the air the last couple of years with guys like Lane Warrior and the ability that they've had to spread it out more and throw the football. What we're seeing tonight is what we have seen over the years from Coach Matt Kuhar's squad. Again, neither team has split out a receiver at any point tonight.
Yeah.
This has been smash mouth football, although we might see something crazy here. We're going to see receivers split out on this play.
I got a feeling they had something set up for this sort of situation, and we'll see what it is.
Well, Gunther's got an arm.
Probably going to go to the end zone down this left side. You got two receivers split left.
From the 37, over the middle, intercepted. And there's some room.
Good turn on you.
This is Isom cutting to the inside, cutting to the outside, and it's Gunther who saves the score. Isom was thinking 6, and it ends up being not much harm. But as we head to the half, it's Bloomfield 22, Tricounty Northeast 6. Halftime show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of Hardington. The Bank of Hardington wishes the best of luck to all area teams this season. And by You Save Pharmacy in Norfolk, where their mission is your family's health.
Fields, farms, communities. That's Farmers' Pride. Our purpose is simple. We help farmers feed the world. We bring value to our communities by investing in what matters to people. Because we are from here, work here, and live here. We believe in cooperatives, locally owned, locally operated, and locally controlled. In the field, on your farm, in your community. That's Farmers' Pride.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
Some jobs are hard work, long hours, busy days, late nights. But there's something in us that keeps us going when we know what we're doing is making a difference in someone's life. Because it's the hardest jobs that are the most important, and that pride you feel makes it more than worth the effort. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
Let's get moving, Nebraska. Show us how you stay healthy and you could really make a difference. Capture these moments, whether it's a walk in the park, playing with your kids or pets, biking or swimming, or even cooking a healthy meal, and share them with us. Each week, one lucky winner will choose a school to receive a $500 donation from Medica. Join the fun and make a difference. Submit today at newschannelnebraska.com and your school could win $500. Stretch Across Nebraska, presented by Medica with News Channel Nebraska.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Halftime Show is brought to you by Insurance 365, your local expert for your Medicare plans, and by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Beautiful night in Bloomfield, Knox County, Nebraska. 22-6, the Bees with the lead over Tri-County Northeast. At the break, we were talking earlier about this field, the natural grass. It's a nice field, but field turf. We saw that last week, saw it last night here on NCN. Just you can really do good things with fields like that, and you're going to see that at the Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney. Planning to open spring of 2025. They're going to have a 66,000 square foot premium turf field. So you can do like multi-soccer tournaments. You can do, featured events there. They've got drop-down net batting cages they're going to have there as well. It's just an incredible sort of indoor, outdoor facility. And Eunice, where they're building this, it's kind of a part of Kearney that's getting built, being developed. The plan is that more entertainment will come out that way, more shopping will come out that way, more restaurants will come out to that way. But we see it all the time, all the weekend soccer tournaments and stuff like that. And another opportunity for something like that in central Nebraska will be huge.
Well, it's Kearney's got it going on, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
absolutely.
That's becoming a destination hub, and that's a great place. It's going to be a great place. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to head out to Kearney one of these days when that's up and running and have some fun. What can't you do in that place?
There's going to be a lot to do at the Kearney Sportsplex when it opens in the spring of next year. You can find it newschannelnebraska.com. We've done news stories on it as well, talking about the plans. They got big plans in Kearney, and the Sportsplex, a big part of it. Back after this, 22-6, Bloomfield with the lead. This is News Channel Nebraska.
At home or on the range, AGI Sentinel's buildings protect crops and valuable assets from harsh weather conditions. Don't risk losing your hard-earned assets to seasonal elements when AGI Sentinel pre-engineered all-steel buildings are the simple and sturdy solution that provide maximum protection for a minimum cost. For free estimates, talk to Scott, Kenny, or Luke about your AGI Sentinel building. Call 402-748-3551 today or go to ashoffconstruction.com.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hardington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
My name is Kyler Johnson, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. Elkhorn Valley Bank is different from your national banks in that you get that personal relationship, that personal touch. We care about our customers. The bank cares about its employees. You have an impact on the local community. You're working with people in the community. You're trying to make the community better. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Travis and Jackie Lecker.
Halftime in Bloomfield, and it's the Bees with the lead over Tri-County Northeast 22-6 alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Lou, if you looked at the stats in this game, you'd think this was a blowout, a runaway game, but Bloomfield not able to finish off their last couple of drives. That's really been the difference. They're up 16, but probably feel like they could be up more. They outgained Tri-County Northeast in the first half, 211-79. We'll take a look at some of the halftime highlights here and talk about it. And Lou, they're doing it on the ground. It's Bloomfield finding big plays tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Jonato with a nice 43-yard run. And that's really where the discrepancy in the yardage has come. It's just the big plays that Bloomfield has been able to make. And there's the tip drill for the two-point conversion. That's why you practice those, right?
Meanwhile, Tri-County Northeast defensively struggling. Boy, Owen Kuhar, the big 290-pounders, had a big night, but Tri-County Northeast showing they can get it done. They were able to get the drive going after a couple of nice defensive plays. Bloomfield coughs it up after a defensive stop. That gives Tri-County Northeast the short field. Took them a while, but they end up driving down close to the end zone. That's a nice 15-yard gain to Jackson Belt. Then as we get into the second quarter, it's finished off on a 4th and 6 play from the 9. They go right up the gut. Braden McCorkindale with his second rushing touchdown of the year. But, Lou, this has been all big plays tonight. Here's Braden Gunther from 55 yards out.
That looks like Martinez back in the day.
Yeah, true.
Just broke out of that pile there and outran everybody to the end zone. But, yeah, big plays. I like this guy here. There's Jonato.
Yeah, Jonato, 73 yards on the ground with a touchdown on 8 carries. And Bloomfield showing they can do it through the air as well. Picture-perfect play to Jacob Smith down the sideline. His first reception of the season, first completion for Bloomfield this season. And it's been their defense. Again, Tri-County Northeast, they scored that touchdown, but they did not have a first down in the second quarter. So as we sit here, 22-6, Bloomfield with the lead, and yet Tri-County Northeast getting the ball to start the second half. A touchdown, a 2-point conversion. This is a one-score game.
Yeah, I mean, it could go a lot of different ways here in this third quarter. We'll see how it transpires. But certainly, really, both teams that first quarter, Bloomfield was 2 of 3 on third downs, and Tri-County Northeast was 2 of 4, plus they had the 4th down conversion for a touchdown. But then since then, the last 3 opportunities, we've seen some punts. Bloomfield, one of the things they've ended up doing is they've been in those long yardage situations, which is where you want Bloomfield, even though they were able to convert earlier in the game. If you get Bloomfield at 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, that's not in their wheelhouse. So Tri-County Northeast was able to do that. But then the Wolfpack, they've had 3 straight third downs, and they were all 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, and that they were not able to hit. So the defenses in that second quarter started to play much better. We'll see what sort of wrinkles that come out here in this third quarter and who's able to execute better. But, if you're Bloomfield, I think you had some opportunities there to stretch that lead out. You didn't get it. And I think if you're Tri-County Northeast, you think, man, we could have been closer in this game if we were able to execute, and they weren't able to. So I think both teams feel good about some things in that first half and maybe not so good about some other things.
22-6, Bloomfield with the lead. We'll come back, look at some scores from around Northeast Nebraska, get you set for the second half. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hardington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Hefner Hardware. Now is the time to have your furnaces checked. Call Hefner Hardware today. And by Michael Foods. Best of luck to the area teams from Michael Foods in Bloomfield and Plainview.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres. It's about the legacy, passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and always will be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of Hardington. The Bank of Hardington wishes the best of luck to all area teams this season. And by You Save Pharmacy in Norfolk, where their mission is your family's health.
(22-6) on a beautiful night in Bloomfield. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. And take a look at some other scores from around Northeast Nebraska. Got some interesting scores to talk about. They're at the half out in Spencer. Elkhorn Valley up 14-0 on Boyd County. How about this? This is a halftime score. Hardington Newcastle 52, Wakefield 6. Big night for the Wildcats there. Stanton has already beaten Wausau Osmond. The final there, 56-6. The Mustangs get to 2-0. Guardian Angel Central Catholic, Blue Jays might be back. They're up on East Butler 34-0. That game in the third quarter. Good one in Homer. Homer Knights at home against Bancroft Rosalie. They're at the half, 22-20. Bancroft Rosalie with the lead. Again, they beat this Tri-County Northeast team a week ago. Both those teams 1-0. Really good one in Laurel tonight. Laurel, Concord, Coleridge, and Pender both looking for their first win. It's 28-27. LCC with the lead at the half. And, folks, keep an eye on those Plainview Pirates. That's a good team. They've got a good Wisner-Pilger team at home tonight. They're up 28-8. That game in the third quarter. And how about those Summerland Bobcats last night upsetting Crofton 32-28. Summerland has arrived. They are unbeaten and a team to watch here in Class D1.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch how these teams, these programs like Summerland develop. And you're right. I think that's a good football team. And Plainview. Watch for Plainview. The Pirates are they're gonna be very difficult to beat this season. That's an impressive game. Wisner-Pilger won their ball game over Lutheran I Northeast. Their opener, but Plainview, I think, on a little bit different level.
Plainview, some folks have them the top 5 in the early going, and again, the question in Class D1. Look, you got to play the games. Stanton is the favorite going away right now. They showed it tonight with an easy win over Wausau Osmond, 56-6. Impressive win over Bloomfield a week ago. Again, Bloomfield, they have 212 yards in the first half of this game. They had 144 total against Stanton last week.
Yeah.
We'll see the Mustangs in a couple of weeks here on NCN taking on Lutheran High Northeast as that rivalry renews in the 8-man game.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, you love playing games. You get excited about playing games, and the big games are ones that you really get up for, but I don't know that anybody really wants to play Stanton this year. It's kind of like, let's get through that one and see what we do the rest of the year.
Yeah, the coaching staff sits down like, all right, let's put the tape in, and about 5 minutes in, they're like, I think we get it. We get it, right? We get it. Yeah. All right, Tri-County Northeast, they're going to start the second half with the ball, and they're going to start at the 15-yard line.
That was a good kick.
That was a really good kick there by Jake Schrader. So from the 15 come the Wolfpack. Again, they had one sustained drive after a turnover, 39 yards, that ended with a touchdown. Other than that, just 4 first downs in the first half for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I think this is, it's cliche almost to say that this first drive is going to kind of dictate how this quarter goes or how this game goes. I think it's probably true in this case. If you're Tri-County Northeast and you're able to put together a drive here, you're right back in the ballgame.
Wolfpack splitting 2 receivers wide, and Bloomfield in the backfield. That was Max Bruce, the sophomore, bringing Jorgensen down for a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14.
Just like this aggressive defense that Bloomfield's bringing. They're coming after Tri-County Northeast, and they are making plays. And we talk about it all the time, off schedule. And both these defenses have kind of been able to do that to the other team's offense. But, boy, you're in a bad spot right now if you're the Wolfpack.
2nd and 14. A handoff, McCorkindale bounces to the outside. Again, Bloomfield able to prevent that from becoming a big play, but a solid gain back across the original line of scrimmage and to the 18-yard line. So a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, it was a good pickup. Gives you a chance here. 3rd down. It's still 3rd and long. Tri-County Northeast that first half, 2 of 7 on 3rd down. And they were 2 of 3 to start with, so we went 0 for 5 their last their last 5 opportunities. But they were 1 of 1 on 4th down, which was a touchdown.
3rd and 7 here. McCorkindale, by the way, 44 yards rushing in the first half, adding to his total here, but not getting the first down yardage. He's about a yard shy. Great effort, but it's Jacob Smith making the tackle. It'll be 4th and about a yard, and Tri-County Northeast will start the second half punting it away.
Yeah, do you even think about going for it here? Probably not. Because if you don't get it, that'd be feast or famine. If you don't get it, you give Bloomfield the short field, and you're really climbing a mountain.
And Jorgensen has been good punting the ball tonight. Oh, it is a fake. It is Jorgensen, and did he get there? Looks like he just got it. And I mean just got it. Admire the guts. Admire the execution even more. Look how close this was.
Yeah, he's right at the pylon, right at the mark there. Just barely got that. Wow. There's a lot of people holding their breath on that play right there.
I believe that was Brody Barney who stepped up to make the hit. Got just enough to convert that 4th down. So they were thinking about faking it, and they get it. So the drive continues. Here's McCorkindale. Able to bounce. Boy, did he get a good block on the edge or what?
Wow.
Into Bloomfield territory. Big play. Longest run of the night for the senior.
It's so hard to bring down one-on-one. Let's watch this. Watch that block. Just drove his man out of there. Could not see the number. Just a great block on the edge, though, and then McCorkindale. You can't tackle him with an arm tackle. He's just too strong.
Goes for 26. I believe that was Isom that had the seal block on the edge there.
Brian Isom, senior.
So Tri-County Northeast in Bloomfield territory. 2 receivers split to the right. Quick pitch. And McCorkindale gets a solid gain out of it. Boy, Bloomfield was coming. But a decent gain. It'll be 2nd down as McCorkindale gets to the 27.
Well, the old adage is that this game is a game of inches. We'll see how much that getting that first down by an inch maybe changes this game. If he doesn't get it, Bloomfield's got great field position, maybe a chance to, put their stamp on the ball game instead. Now, Tricounty Northeast on the move. Down 16, so a long way from over.
It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the Bloomfield 27. Jorgensen sending Isom in motion. They fake to him. Jorgensen on the keeper, close to first down yardage. Hit hard as he finished the play off across the 25 to the 22. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Not sure if that was supposed to be a handoff or if he was faking it to the running back and using the running back as the lead blocker. Either way, it worked well.
3rd down and 3 from the 22. Tri-County Northeast getting the call. Coach Kneifel and his staff, his assistant coaches, Jason Olson, Mark Bathke, Blake Erickson. Program in its 3rd year of existence. On 3rd down, Jorgensen tries to cut upfield. It'll be close. They'll say 4th down as Jorgensen gets a couple. No question they'll be going for it here. Looked like Jake Schrader finished that play off.
Got a yard short here. Jorgensen ducked his head there, but yeah, that's a good tackle at the end of that. Now you've got 4th and 1. Do you dare play fake it here and throw the ball? I think you're just probably going to run it.
You know, I've admired the creativity of Coach Kneifel and his staff tonight. They've come up with some interesting play calls. Let's see what they do here on 4th and a yard. From the 20, trying to get him to jump. They got him to jump earlier. Tri-County Northeast now will call timeout and call a play. We'll take a timeout as well. Big 4th down next. You're watching NCN.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres. It's about the legacy, passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and always will be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, in the second quarter, they had a 4th down and 6 from the 9. So, of course, you just run an HB dive, and he goes straight ahead into the end zone. So, on 4th and 1 from the 20, if you're Bloomfield, you got to be ready for anything.
Right. And, you know, with a guy like Jorgensen, his ability, he is a guy that can do it at both levels, whether passing or running.
He'll just go straight ahead. Good push from that offensive line, and that'll keep the drive going. 2 4th down conversions on this drive. It's Jorgensen straight ahead for 2. His stats are anything but gaudy tonight. He's got 19 yards on 17 carries, but he's keeping them alive.
But, yeah, that was a good push there right up the middle, the center. Bo Jackson, did he come out of retirement, or is he?
It's a Bo Jackson. He's wearing royal blue. I don't know.
Well, Bo Jackson, the famous one, or the high school player, that was a nice block. Just paved the way there for his quarterback.
Bo knows lead blocking. 1st and 10 from the Bloomfield 18. First drive of the second half. In motion is Isom. Jorgensen to the air, incomplete. Had to get rid of that in a hurry. Jonato was coming. Pass intended for Thatcher Lamp, who caught a touchdown last week. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I mentioned Bo Jackson. That guy breaks a bat over his leg. I mean, who does that? That guy's a scary dude.
I doubt that this Bo Jackson, he probably only hears about it from his dad, right? And his dad's friends are like, you don't. Bo Jackson was one of those guys that you just had to be there. You just can't describe the spectacle that he was.
The greatest athlete on the football field I think I've ever seen was Bo Jackson.
2nd and 10 from the 18. Here's McCorkindale trying to find some blockers. Jonato stretches the play to the edge for not much. It'll be 3rd and about 9 as McCorkindale held to a yard.
Well, 3rd down and 9. We've said it before. We'll say it again. It's 4 down territory. And I think, boy, when this Tricounty Northeast team, gets a little more comfortable with everything, I like their diversity on offense.
Yep. 3rd and 9. Isom in motion. They want to go misdirection with the pass. Flag comes in as Jorgensen brought down for the sack. Second sack tonight. Pena brings him down.
Might have a face mask here, Eric.
Let's see if it will hold. No, it's against Tri-County Northeast.
Nope.
Well, if you're Bloomfield, I don't know that you take this one, do you? It's 4th and 15.
Well, I mean, you give them 2 plays if you take the penalty. They're going to decline it.
They decline it. It's going to be 4th down back at the 23-yard line. So, it's 4th and 15 after the sack by Pena. The 215-pound senior. All right, Tri-County Northeast got to find something magical here on 4th and 15 from the 23.
Well, here's the good news if you're a Wolfpack fan. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down. Now, granted, it's been 2 4th and 1s and a 4th and 6, but still 3 for 3 on 4th down.
Bloomfield's defense trying to get a huge stop here on a drive that has burned basically the first half of this third quarter. 3 receivers split wide. Oh, and they flinched. It's going to be 4th and 20.
Yeah, that hurts.
And now if you're Bloomfield, you can pin your ears back a little bit, right? They're going to be coming.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do if you're Bloomfield is allow somebody to get behind you. You got to keep the play in front of you. You've got a lot of field to work with. So we'll see if they aggressively come after the quarterback or if they drop in coverage and force Jorgensen to find something over the top.
The one thing Coach Kuhar talked about this week was he did not want to let Jorgensen make plays in space. If he gets outside the pocket, that's where he can be most dangerous.
Yeah.
2 receivers to the left on 4th and 20. Now Isom in motion. Jorgensen pumps, fires, wants Belt over the top, incomplete, and Bloomfield's defense gets the stand they need.
Well, yeah, that was a good drive for Tri-County Northeast, but no points. Get a little bit of a pump fake there from Jorgensen and Belt. Belt again, a few times there. He's had a bit of a step on his defender, although it wasn't a big step that time. But if that ball's placed a little better, they had a chance to make a play.
But boy, that drive uses up 6.5 minutes and comes up empty for Tri-County Northeast, and now Bloomfield in the driver's seat.
That's okay if you have the lead. If you're behind, you don't want to have those long drives with no points.
Gunther up the middle for a little, out across the 30. It'll be 2nd down. Gunther, the leading rusher for Bloomfield tonight, gets another 4 yards there. Now 75 yards on 6 carries.
I'm sure Bloomfield would like a 6-minute drive here. That's what we've seen in the past. We talk old school Bloomfield. This is where they usually wear you down. They keep the football running at you, don't allow your offense to get it back.
They go direct snap to Jonato. Into the pile. Just trying to keep it between the tackles and keep melting clock away to the 35-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 3 after that gain of 4.
Well, much more where you want to be. They ended that quarter with 3rd and 12, or the second quarter with 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, 4th and 8. If you're Bloomfield and you run the football and you run it well, you like those 3rd down and short situations.
So 3rd down 3. Bloomfield in no hurry. Again, in terms of yardage and time of possession, they've really dominated things tonight. Finishing off a drive here would be big. Direct snap, Jonato again. This time looking for the edge, didn't get there. Good pursuit. That's Jorgensen. And he had 18 tackles last week in the loss to Bancroft Rosalie. That's only a 1-yard gain. So Bloomfield, well, what do you do here if you're Coach Kuhar? It's 4th and 2.
Yeah, I mean,
You know he's thinking about it, right?
Yeah, I think you kick it around. I think you've played well defensively. I think you want to punt the football here and force Tricounty Northeast to go the long field.
Jake Schrader's had a nice leg tonight. I mean, they're huddling. This is the offense that's breaking the huddle. It's 4th and 2.
Coach Kuhart disagrees. He says, we're going for it.
He's got a big offensive line. Jonato straight ahead. Into the pile. Bounces. First down and more. Into Wolfpack territory. Down the sideline and keeps his balance. Into the end zone. Touchdown. The big play Bees with another big sting. 44 yards. And it's Jonato's second tonight.
Well, I guess there's a reason that one of us is up here and one of us is down there, right? You go for it. We got a guy like Jonato, though. Why not? Man, oh, man. Another big play. Just buzzing down the sidelines, as it were, as the Bees like to do. But Jonato is the big play fella. And he's one of those guys. He's just a good athlete. When he gets out in an open space like that, he can run you over, he can run past you, either one.
Touchdown runs of 43 and now 44 yards. That one on 4th down, the 2-point conversion. Gunther wants to keep, will throw it late, tipped and incomplete. But on the Faith Regional Currency scoreboard, 3:44 to go, third quarter. Bees up 22. You're watching high school football on NCN.
Hospice is a philosophy of care for those individuals who've been diagnosed with a terminal illness who no longer want to pursue curative measures as opposed they want to receive comfort measures. Hospice is not about giving up or waving the white flag. It's really about changing our focus. If we can impact how someone feels on a day-to-day basis, we can impact their quality of life.
My wife was diagnosed with lung cancer, stage 4 terminal from the get-go. Early summer, late spring of 23, and we entered into the hospice program. I knew that Jan was going to be comfortable as could be. She certainly had some difficult moments, but by and large, hospice provided her with pain-free care, which was so important with the condition that she had.
I think here at Faith Regional Hospice, we all take our job very personally. My name is Jennifer Bucklew, and these are hospice services through Faith Regional.
Bloomfield's kick away into the end zone for the touchback. Bloomfield made things tough on Tri-County Northeast. That 4th down conversion, 44 yards into the end zone for Brock Jonato, who now has 122 yards on 11 carries and 2 touchdown runs, both of which have come from over 40 yards out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good average when you're running 40-yard touchdowns.
Again, all 4 of Bloomfield's scoring plays have been 40-plus tonight.
Yeah.
Their shortest was a 43-yard run by Jonato in the first quarter.
Yeah, just a little 43-yard touchdown pass.
Just a scamper. That's what you call that. All right, first down for Tri-County Northeast. They need offense now. They go McCorkindale, and he's got a hole.
Look out.
Breaking free into B territory, lowering the shoulder, staying on his feet, ridden out of bounds. Across the 20 to the 15-yard line, just what the doctor ordered for Tri-County Northeast.
Well, talk about big, solid running backs, and Braden McCorkindale is that guy. That's a big, big play. Wolfpack not dead yet. At the break, we said that's going to be tough now, and it is going to be tough, but you got a guy like McCorkindale out there running the football that gives you a chance.
Officially 47 yards to the Bloomfield 18. Longest play from scrimmage for TCNE tonight. And here they are back in Bloomfield territory again. Back in the red zone as they were on their last drive.
Got to get points on this possession, Eric.
They fake to McCorkindale. Jorgensen trying to turn upfield, but Bloomfield, they do such a nice job of keeping him contained. Slowed him down. He got a couple, but that's a play they were thinking for more.
Well, I'm sure that was the talk at practice all week, is to keep him in front of you. Don't let him get past, string the play out, force him to the sidelines. And once he, once he sees some open field, he's a good enough athlete to really hurt you. But you're right. I think Bloomfield's done a nice job containing him, not allowing him the big play.
Again, he's carried the ball 19 times for 18 yards.
Wow.
2nd and 9. Ball at the 17. Oh, inside handoff. How on earth did that handoff get made? It's going to go for a loss, but it's a miracle for Tri-County Northeast. That wasn't a fumble. Jonato and Gunther combined to finish it off, but it was all they could do to get this handoff off.
Well, how many guys did Bloomfield have out there? Looked like about 14. They're just coming everywhere. There's dark blue everywhere on this play. Just could not get going. And boy, a promising big play now turns into 3rd down and 17 for the Wolfpack. And boy, it just feels imperative. You just got to score here. Down 22 points. It's getting late in the 3rd quarter. You just can't waste these opportunities.
That was a loss. Big one back to the 25-yard line. Loss of 8. So now on 3rd and 17, they give to McCorkindale, knowing they're going to go for 2 downs anyway. He gets a solid gain across the 20. Down to the, they'll call it the 16. So it'll be 4th down and about 8 after that gain of 9. And you see McCorkindale limping a bit back to the huddle. Again, these guys, if you're starting, you don't get breaks. They're playing both ways. McCorkindale's been out there for every offensive and defensive play. And he's out there for a big one here, the fullback on 4th and 8. On play action, Jorgensen, end zone, overshot his man. Pretty well covered, trying to get it to Belt. Gunther was on the coverage, and Bloomfield gets the stop again.
Wow. That's twice now. Wolfpack have been in Bloomfield territory. Ball again, just sailed just a little bit long. Pretty good coverage that time. That was Gunther on the coverage. So twice now, fairly deep into Bloomfield territory, and they come away with nothing. Wolfpack were 2 of 3, their first 3rd down opportunities. They have not converted one since. 2 of 11, and they were 0-2 in their last 2 4th downs as well.
And now Bloomfield, you're not going to see much fancy out of them the rest of the way. That's Eisenhower to the right side for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And now if you're Bloomfield, you just want to move the football, play keep away. As we're getting very late in the 3rd quarter. I think the key, we saw earlier in the game that Bloomfield had a couple of fumbles. Ball security right now is going to be important for the Bees.
2nd and 7 from the 19. Bloomfield has turned it over twice, although the second one was an interception on the last play of the first half. Here's Jonato out across the 20 to the 22-yard line, gain of 3.
Yeah, go back to that interception.
Mm-hmm.
That was scary. That was one of those that the Wolfpack almost took that back for a touchdown. That would have been a game changer. So kind of a game of almost but not quite for Tricounty Northeast.
3rd down and 3 from the 22. Yeah, call it about 4, actually, as we run down the end of the 3rd quarter. Bloomfield in the driver's seat. Can they get their first win of the season? Find out next. You're watching high school football on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Bloomfield, home opener tonight. Trying to send the folks home happy. They're up 22 as we start the 4th quarter here on News Channel Nebraska. That is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. So it'll be 3rd down 4, Bloomfield, to start this 4th quarter Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay.
Yeah, I'm sure at this point, Coach Kuhar is talking about first downs, talking about ball security, and try to shorten this fourth quarter. Play keep away from the Wolfpack.
Yeah, try to keep things between the tackles. On 3rd and 4. Tricounty Northeast showing blitz. Oh, bad snap. Ball's loose. A mistimed snap. A little bit of confusion as to, honestly, what was even happening. So it's going to be 4th down and 6. And Bloomfield will have to punt.
Bloomfield also is 0 for their last 4 third down opportunities and only 1 of their last 5. So,
yeah, they're not going to have a lot of official first downs tonight. All they're doing is scoring touchdowns.
Right.
They're not really converting. Oh, they're going to fake it. It's Schrader. He's got a first down and more.
Wow.
How about Jake Schrader? 175-pound senior. How's that for guts from the 20-yard line?
Almost got him in the backfield, too.
Goes for a 16-yard gain, but again, he's got to run about 7 or 8 more because of how far back he is. Wow.
Yeah, what a call. That's one that if it works, people pat you on the back. If it doesn't work, they're going to say, what were you thinking?
It's one of those things that makes you realize why Matt Kuhar has won almost 4 times as many games as he's lost in 11-plus years. 86-27. What a run he has been on for a decade-plus now here in Bloomfield. Pitch to the outside. Great tackle in the backfield. That's Brian Isom. This Wolfpack team's got players. They are not going to be an easy out for anybody. I really feel like they can put some things together. There's going to be a lot on film that's going to stand out as just an eyelash away from being big plays for them, that if they sew those up, this could be a good team by the end of the year.
Yeah, I like what they do on offense. I like Jorgensen. I think they got a good running game. It's just a matter of putting it together and executing at a higher level. It's a tough opponent tonight on the road. Bloomfield's a good football team. But I think this team, by the end of the year, this Tricounty Northeast team might be pretty tough.
Again, they were 5-4 last year, made the playoffs for the first time. On 2nd down, Gunther breaking to the outside, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10. All right, so if you're a believer in history, how's this for a coincidence? So we've talked about Bloomfield, 36 straight playoff appearances, right? That streak started in 1988 when they lost in the first round to Norfolk Catholic, a school in the Mid-State Conference who went on to lose in the semifinals in 1988. Bloomfield has not missed the playoffs since. Last year, Tri-County Northeast makes the playoffs, lose in the first round to Crofton, a Mid-State Conference team who lost in the semifinals.
Interesting.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Now here's Gunther. He's going to get the first down and more into Wolfpack territory. We were joking this week, Lou. It feels like this young man's been playing for like 6 years. But you just see the experience, the confidence in a quarterback like Braden Gunther.
Watch him explode, though. I'm telling you, Taylor Martinez. He's just got that. He's got that extra gear. He just all of a sudden he runs past you. It doesn't even look like he's necessarily running that fast, but before you know it, he's right by you.
So to the Tri-County Northeast 16-yard line, or rather 26-yard line. Now it's Jonato to the outside. Wrestled down after a gain of 5+. Crosses the 25. They'll give him the...
Well, there goes the average, 22. I guess. Huh? Yeah. Only 5 on that one.
He has been solid tonight. 2 rushing touchdowns over 40 yards. Gets 5 yards there on his 13th carry.
Boy, between him and Gunther in that backfield, there's a couple pretty good athletes.
Jonato now at 130 on the ground tonight, so that's an even 10 per carry. 2nd and 5, direct snap to Jonato. Works it to the left side this time, inside the 20. And that will be enough for a first down. Hey, folks, stick around after the game. We'll have our top plays brought to you by Currency and by Elkhorn Valley Bank.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Eric, and say that Bloomfield makes the playoffs this year. I know, I'm crazy. But
that's like a 1 to 100 bet. You've got to bet 100 to win $1. Jonathan straight ahead, out across the 15 to the 14 for another couple.
I think there's a lot of winnable games ahead. I like this team's athleticism. I think if they're going to go a long way, they're going to have to work on the passing game a little bit. But they run the ball well. They've got athletes. I love their front line up there. They've got some big dudes that block well. And certainly, much like we talked about with Tricounty Northeast, who's going to get better, so's Bloomfield. They're going to get better. You got the tough one out of the way. You got Stanton out of the way. Maybe you get a chance at them later in the year, and you're more prepared. But certainly, I think Bloomfield is a team that not only can make the playoffs, and I think they will, but will probably be a team that you don't want to see come November.
I think one thing you like if you're a Bloomfield fan, they've got depth. There are 34 guys on this roster. And Gunther, among the best of them, waltzes into the end zone from 14 yards out. His second rushing touchdown tonight to go with a passing score as well. And the Bees are well on their way to win number 1 this season.
Yeah, we'll just watch it. You talk about athleticism here, and he gets a nice hole again. Well, you give him a hole like that, good luck. He gets through it very quickly, gets into the end zone, and you're right, Eric, this one pretty much in the bag at this point.
Bees will go for 2. Little flip to the outside, Eisenhower to the corner. Inside the pylon, 2-point conversion is good. The Bloomfield Bees have scored 28 unanswered. They're up 30. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Back to the Knox County Fairgrounds. Another kick into the end zone. Look, I'll tell you what, we talk about it every year. It's an underrated aspect, but if you prevent the other team from being able to return the ball, that's going to help you later in the season. And I know it's only week 2, but, you know, we cover a lot of teams. We might not see Bloomfield yet this year, so we want to make sure we take a look at what they could do long term. And that special teams part of it is a big part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can keep a team from returning kicks, make them start there at inside the 20-yard line, you're doing very, very well.
Oh, McCorkindale not going to give up. This young man running hard. Big fan of Braden McCorkindale, the senior. It's 9 yards there. He's over 100 yards this evening.
One game this year, Tricounty Northeast is going to be up, and they're going to give the ball to Braden McCorkindale like 10 times in a row.
Yep.
And good luck stopping him.
They'll try to bounce back on the road next week against Laurel, Concord, Coleridge. They've got some winnable games too.
Yeah.
You know, you look at their district, Guardian Angels, they look like they're back. Homer's off to a decent start. You got Pender, Wisner, Pilger, a good team as well, but I think Tri-County Northeast can make some hay yet this season. Straight up the gut, that's a first down. Out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. McCorkindale gets 3 more. Hey, folks, stick around after the game. We'll be talking to the victorious head coach. That interview brought to you in part by Sarpy County Tourism.
One thing I've learned from this broadcast is that I'm going to go to Kearney, I'm going to hit Lincoln, and then I'm going to make my way to Sarpy County.
Yeah, just it's a lot of I-80 driving.
All great places.
Absolutely. 1st and 10, Tricounty Northeast from the 27.
Good pass.
Little halfback pass here. Oh, smeared as he threw it was Brian Isom. Just absolutely destroyed by Benjamin Dodge. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. No complete passes for Tri-County Northeast this half. In fact, it's been 6 straight incompletions going back to the 15-yard completion of the first quarter. So they've not completed a pass in 2 quarters plus.
Yeah, I think both teams, want to work on that as they go forward. Bloomfield's got Wakefield next week. Wakefield could have been part of the co-op.
That's true. There was talk of a Wakefield-Allen co-op at one point. That fell through. Emerson Hubbard came aboard. And now you've got Tri-County Northeast. Fan bases have come together well. It's gone well.
Yep.
Jake Kneifel came over. He was an assistant at Emerson Hubbard. Then an assistant for Evan Colfax for a couple of years. Now taking over as a young head coach.
Yeah.
You feel like the future's bright for this program.
Yeah, I think he's going to do a great job here. I really do. You just get the feeling talking to him that he's going to be a great coach, a guy that you want to play for.
Do you believe him when he said the emotions weren't that different coaching his first game?
I don't. Yeah, that's coach speak, I think. I think he had some butterflies. But,
absolutely. 3rd down and 12. McCorkindale not going to get there. He's wrestled down up at the 30. Gain of 5, and that's all. Boy, how many times have we called Owen Kuhar's name tonight? And he's just a junior, 290 pounds, coach's kid, really rounding out to being a nice defensive lineman.
Yeah.
You're going to see some colleges start to take notice of that young man if this keeps up.
He's not just big, he's athletic, too. He can run.
Tri-County Northeast burns a timeout. We'll keep it here. Don't forget, folks, college football tomorrow. UNK, speaking of Kearney, they'll be at home against Northwest Missouri State. Great rivalry there.
Good.
MIA. How's that for your MIAA conference opener? No big deal, just Northwest Missouri State coming to town. So UNK will have that. That's 12:50. Our pregame will start there. And then in the evening, come on back. Well, maybe we get it if you're flipping back and forth, but make sure you've got us at least on the speed dial on the remote, because we've got Doane hosting Briar Cliff tomorrow evening. Doane trying to bounce back from a tough loss last week. Briar Cliff, a team from out of state, but with a lot of in-state talent. There's a lot of Nebraska athletes that play for the Chargers.
Well, you'll be able to watch Doane tomorrow night because that game on NBC will be long over.
It'll be a blowout. No reason to even watch that game after the first quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned Northwest Missouri State playing Nebraska Kearney.
Mm-hmm.
Northwest Missouri State played Minnesota State last week and lost. Minnesota State plays Wayne State next week on News Channel Nebraska. That's a big one for the Wayne State Wildcats. Oh,
intercepted. That's Gunther. He's been great in coverage all night. Comes up with that one on Jackson Belt to sew this game away. The senior had an interception on offense last week. He gets one on defense here. Good hands.
Yeah, he didn't come up with it cleanly, but stayed with it. Made a nice catch.
Boy, what a night for Braden Gunther.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball. Now 6:02 to go. I formation behind Gunther. Jonato hit by a whole bunch of Tri-County Northeast players. Very definition of a wolf pack. 4 different players bring him down. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's when we're going to play defense like that wolf pack. I think, as we mentioned, some things to like for both these teams. Both these teams have things to work on, but this is going to be this is the win you wanted if you're Bloomfield.
Yep.
You come home off that loss to a great Stanton team, and And you can really build off this, and it's kind of back to the drawing board a little bit for Tri-County Northeast. But again, I think there's some things to like about what they've done here tonight.
Get him to jump offside here.
That wasn't one of them, though.
That was not one of them. They've been pretty clean on the penalties this evening.
Yep.
Last year they went 5-3 in the regular season, ended up losing to a very good Crofton team in the opening round. And look, 0-2. I mean, look, 32 teams get in, get to 4, win 4 games, and you're probably playing in the postseason. And I think there's 4 winnable games on the schedule and then some for Tri-County Northeast the rest of the way. From the 34, Jonato, a little bit of a sidestep, shuffles up to the 31 on a gain of 3, where it'll be 3rd and 2. Both Jonato and Gunther over the century mark on the ground tonight. This was slow dominance by Bloomfield. It's one of those games where you look up and you're like, wait, they're up 30? They just really methodically took control of this game and just wouldn't let Tri-County Northeast build any sustained momentum.
Right.
3rd and 2. The fake to Jonato. Gunther trying to get the edge. Good speed by the Wolfpack. Gunther, keeping himself alive. Where did he step out? It's going to depend on where the ball was. Looks like they're going to mark him a yard shy, maybe. That was good pursuit by Brian Isom.
Yeah. Isom ran with,
yard.
I'm sorry, Eric. Isom ran with Gunther, and that's hard to do. He's really good at catching that edge. Watch Isom just kind of string this play out and staying with a very fleet-footed quarterback, turn him inside, and that leaves them a yard short. Obviously, Bloomfield going to go for it, try to finish this thing out.
Bloomfield at Wakefield next week before a big one in a couple of weeks back on this field against Crofton.
Wakefield's struggling this season so far. So
tough start to the season for them. Ooh, I don't know. This is going to depend on the spot. We'll see. It looks like the forward progress might have gotten it. They got inside the 30. They needed the 29.
Ain't going to be very close. We'll see if they measure this one.
We've not seen the chain gang do any work tonight.
Got to bring the chain gang out. Get them on TV here.
Stretch those legs a little bit. We will get a measurement. All right, chain gang time, everybody.
We have a Sam Cooke song we can play to this.
Yeah, both of them wearing shorts as well. So they probably appreciate the chance to get the blood going. It's a little chilly out there tonight.
Yeah, fall has arrived, I think. It feels like it anyway.
This is close. I think by the nose of the football they got it. They're stretching it out, though. Yeah, officially by about a chain link.
By the nose of the ball.
They keep it going. It's a big first down there. Hey, we got a big game on NCN next week, Lou. Always love calling games from Albion. Boone Central. Look, they played a tough Norfolk Catholic team last night. One of the cool things about Boone Central being C2, all those old rivalries come back. Boone Central, Battle Creek. How fun will it be to see those two tussle again?
Gotta love it. Boy, I tell you what, put the kids to bed early in that one.
That's going to be hard hitting. Absolutely. Next Friday, you'll see that game right here on NCN. Inside give, Genito. This one for a touchdown earlier. Trying to find a little bit of room. Good patience inside the 25. Down to about the 22-yard line. Give him 7. We'll be in the capital city on Thursday as well. More Class A baseball. Football is what they're playing. It'll be Grand Island against Lincoln East. Lincoln East, a tough one last week. I think that's a good team. One of the better teams, I think, in the capital city this year.
Wondered why you kept asking me what inning this was.
That's been a long day. Stretch play, Eisenhower, first down. And more, staying on his feet inside the 20. Down to the 19. About a 3-yard gain. That will indeed be enough to move the sticks for Bo Eisenhower, the 165-pound junior. Used as a running back, he's also the backup quarterback as well, and you got to believe would be the favorite to take over at signal caller next year once Braden Gunther to the delight of all of Bloomfield's opponents, finally graduates.
Yeah, another good athlete, another good option for this offense of Bloomfield.
On 1st and 10, little option play here. Gunther keeps it himself. Turns the corner, stepped out before he skipped back in there.
Ball carried around the right side by number 17.
Inside of 3 minutes to go in this one. Again, we'll be talking to Coach Matt Kuhar, our player of the game, following the conclusion of this one. 5 more yards for Braden Gunther. I'm not going to, spoil who our player of the game is. I hope that Braden Gunther has been saving his voice a little bit. I'll just say that. Young man's had an incredible game tonight. Brock Jonato, I do want to, that 1-2 punch, that's enough to win you a lot of games.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
But especially with the offensive line that they have. That is a good offense. When you start there, when that's your baseline, that gives you something to build on.
Big dogs up front and some athletes in the backfield. That spells very much success for Bloomfield.
Out of the Wildcat, Jonato straight ahead. Still moving, doesn't want to give up on the play. He's inside the 10. Might be a first down.
Ball carried by number 32, Brock Jonato.
And they will indeed have a first down. 1st and goal for Bloomfield after that gain of 5. It's Jonato's 20th carry tonight.
I'm not going to say Braden Gunther was confident that he was going to be our player of the game, but I saw him shaving before the game.
Learning how to pronounce your last name, things like that. By the way, our other game tonight on NCN, rivalry game, Kearney. They're looking good this year. They're up on Grand Island 42-0.
Wow.
Halfway through the 4th quarter. That game doesn't usually get out of hand like that. Even when one of the teams is down, I think that says a lot that Kearney's taking down Grand Island by 6 touchdowns.
Grand Island has really kind of struggled the last few years.
Yeah.
But Kearney is always very good. That's always a contender in Class A.
With a new coach at the helm, a new beginning for them, but looks like they're doing just fine. Bloomfield calls timeout here to set up this play, trying to burn as much time as they possibly can. But, we were joking, but I think there is some truth to it. So Bloomfield loses to Stanton last week, 42-16. There is no such thing as moral victories, right? But, look, losing to Stanton by 24, there are not a lot of teams that are good enough to hang 3 scores within Stanton. I just don't think there are. And I think that shows that if that's where Bloomfield's starting the season, where they could go could be pretty special.
Well, and when you play somebody, a lot of times matters. Get that game out of the way right out of the bat, and then you can build momentum as you win some games throughout the regular season. But I think you're right. We used to kind of joke about the boxing analogy, but it's just kind of go in there, go the distance, and fight and see where you end up. And Stanton, so very, very good.
New players in there for Bloomfield. The new quarterback is Gavin Hansen, 120-pound sophomore. Lost a few yards back to the 10-yard line.
Get some guys a few game reps here. That's a good. That's
and
why
this is
the
a luxury that Bloomfield has with 34 guys on their roster. They were D2 over the last 8 years. They've been a D2 school. Now to see their roster at 34, that's nice to see the growth that this program has seen. Here's a handoff off to the left side. That's Max Smith, 150-pound freshman. With his first carry of the season, goes for 3.
Yeah, it's quite a sideline here with you mentioned all the players for Bloomfield.
There are C2 teams that are looking at Bloomfield's roster going, man, I wish we had 34. That's a big roster for an 8-man team. There you see.
Good programs. Kids want to play for good programs. This is a really good program under Matt Kuhar.
3rd and goal. They give to Smith again, not going to get there. About a yard, that's it. It'll be a 4th down play. Are we going to get one more? We're inside of 40 seconds. That might do it.
Ball carried again by number 6, Max Smith. At the line of scrimmage.
Let the subs play one more.
Yeah. So we get one more play in. But this is the kind of experience that, turns great programs into elite programs. We talk about it so often with Pierce and Norfolk Catholic and teams like that. This experience these young guys get now, they carry that with them over the years, and it's going to mean a lot going forward. For now, it means a lot because Bloomfield got their first win of the season. Your final, the Bees buzzing at home, 36-6 the final. They get the win over Tricounty Northeast. Our postgame show is imminent. Stay with us. We're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With
The first time I ever took prescription opioids is when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I think I was 16 years old. I must have gotten a 30-day script. I took them all in 3 days. I was stealing from people, buying substances on the street. I look back at that time with a lot of shame. That's not who I am. Opioid use disorder is not a moral failing.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
One thing about working, we've always had employers that took care of all the health care for us. Navigating that was kind of scary, unknown.
We tried to do it on our own, but weren't too confident with, was this really what we should be doing? Sarah is a very welcoming, warm person, and we really enjoy working with her. We laugh, we giggle.
She presented several scenarios, kind of took over where the employer left off.
See, it's all on who you can trust, right, hon?
Yes, dear.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Fields, farms, communities. That's farmers' pride. Our purpose is simple. We help farmers feed the world. We bring value to our communities by investing in what matters to people. Because we are from here, work here, and live here. We believe in cooperatives, locally owned, locally operated, and locally controlled. In the field, on your farm, in your community. That's farmers' pride.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
36-6, Bloomfield victorious tonight, their first win of the season. Time now to talk to head coach Matt Kuhar. That post-game interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. Head coach Matt Kuhar standing by with Lou Siefker. Lou?
All right, thanks a lot. Well, Bloomfield, they rebound from a loss a week ago to Stanton, and they get a big victory tonight over Tricounty Northeast, 36-6, joined now by Matt Kuhar, head coach. What's your takeaway of a game like this? There's obviously things to work on, but you guys have a nice resounding 30-point victory.
Yeah, it was good to go and kind of bounce back, against that loss the last week. So I was happy with the team today. They went and performed. We struggled on a couple of things, but we will get better with those. But I was excited we go and play a 4-quarter game and get after it.
Didn't really sustain a lot of drives, but you had big plays. Big plays were kind of the story of this ball game. What were you seeing out there, and what was the key to breaking those big ones?
Well, they were definitely coming for us and loading the box, and it hurt us a little bit. So when we got a chance and we got everybody blocked, everybody's executing, we got those big plays.
Defensively, in that first quarter, I believe they were 2 of 3 on third downs. After that, I don't think they converted a third down the rest of the ball game. What was working defensively? Certainly that third quarter, they drove into your territory a couple times, not able to score. What worked defensively?
Well, we were in a 3 front right away, and we switched it up to a 4 front. We haven't done that this year, but we know how to go and do that, and we pressured them and kind of put it back in their court.
Fourth quarter of the game is still kind of in doubt a little bit. You guys had a reasonable lead, and you decided to go for it on a fake punt. What was the thought process there? Are you being that riverboat gambler?
Yeah, sometimes you got to go for it, and I thought they was open for it, and they were ready for a return and not ready for the fake.
Well, it certainly worked, and you've got a lot of firepower. Certainly a guy we're going to talk to here in a minute, Braden Gunther, senior quarterback. Just kind of he's got a different gear out there, doesn't he? At times, it seems like he accelerates and just gets around that edge very, very quickly.
Yeah, great athlete. He's going to give props to everybody on that team, but he's the guy who goes and gets us going, and you got to have that guy, and everybody rallies around him. So, hey, I'm glad we have him on our team.
Well, you're 1-1. Certainly some winnable games ahead. Do you like where you're at after 2 games?
Yeah. I always like getting back to 500, but there's things that we got to go and fix. And I was glad a lot of people got to go and play, and a lot of kids working.
Coach, congratulations on a big win, and good luck the rest of the way.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's head coach Matt Kuhar. Let's get Braden Gunther on in here. Well, Braden, you're the quarterback, and yeah, you throw touchdowns, but I like you on the defensive side of the ball too. I believe you had a pick tonight. It seems like you're around the ball all the time. What do you think you're best at, on the offensive side or the defensive side?
Oh, I don't know. Probably the offensive side. I mean, on the defensive side, you're just doing your job. Just as a corner, I'm just making them go in so that other people can get the tackles, and if I can get the tackles, then good. Got a pick, so that was good. So
we had 2 touchdowns rushing on the offensive side, and you threw for 1. You went last week. You guys didn't complete a pass. It improved. What improved today through the passing game?
I think we just ran the ball a lot, ran it, and then once they didn't expect it, I told coach to run a pass, and that's what we did. It was a good call, and got a touchdown off it. So,
well, I think you guys, you certainly have some athletes in the backfield. You are a great athlete. Got Jonato back there. You got Eisenhower back there. There's a lot of options, so it's not just all on you.
Yeah, we got Brock Jr., like 190 pounds, so he's good. He's basically that power guy. I'm probably just a speed guy, and then we have so many subs that can come in, so nobody's ever going to be tired.
How nice is it to have big guys in front of you? You got a couple 215-pounders, and then Kuhar at 290. That's a good offensive line. You got to take care of those guys, don't you?
Yep, those are the main guys in the football team. Every time you get a touchdown, those are the guys you're thanking. If they're doing good, we're doing good, because they're pushing everybody, and we just got to keep them going because they're the main guys. So.
Well, Braden, no pressure or nothing, but I think you guys have made like 36 trips to the playoffs in a row. What's it going to take to get there again this year, and what does a win like this mean in that, trying to achieve that?
Yeah, this was just kind of showed us where we're at in the football team, and just showed us how good we can be, and yeah.
Well, Braden, congratulations. What a ball game. Coach says you're the leader of this team. You led them to a victory. Congratulations on that and being our player of the game.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That's Braden Gunther, our player of the game. Eric, let's go back to you.
All right, thank you, Lou. Again, I want to stress, this was the 33rd game that young man has started at quarterback for Bloomfield. Just a crazy run that he has been on for the Bees. Congratulations to him for being our player of the game. Let us now take a look at our top plays of this game. Those are brought to you in part by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. 8-man football on a gorgeous night in Northeast Nebraska. Bloomfield and Tricounty Northeast both looking for get-right games, both 0-1 as the Bees try to get back to 500. This will help. This is Brock Jonato. He's a junior. He's going to have a good couple years ahead of him. Off the misdirect, takes it to the house from 43 yards out. Bloomfield opens it up 8-0. Defensively, Bloomfield getting it done too, making life rough on Ben Jorgensen. That's Jake Schrader with the sack, stalling a Tri-County Northeast drive. But Bloomfield coughs it up. Tri-County Northeast takes advantage in Bloomfield territory, and in the second quarter, on a 4th and 6, they run it right up the gut, and Braden McCorkindale takes it to the house from 9 yards out. It's 8-6, but now Bloomfield starts to take over. There's Braden Gunther. You give him 2 yards, he'll take plenty. 55 yards to the house on this one for the senior signal caller, the 4-year starter at quarterback. He's made so many great plays over the years. Here he makes one through the air. A play in the postgame he said he told coach to run that play. Yeah, good call. Found Jacob Smith on the touchdown pass. 22-6 Bloomfield with the lead, and then the defense starts to take over. That's Owen Kuhar, all 290 pounds of him, combining with Jonato on the sack. They're up 16 at the half. Second half, Jonato down the sideline. Young man had over 130 yards on the ground, keeping the balance into the end zone from 44 yards out, in Bloomfield keeping it going. Tri-County Northeast, couple of times they got in the Bloomfield red zone in the second half. Both times Bloomfield able to stop them. And then here's the dagger. It's Gunther. 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 through the air. He's our player of the game, and might as well end it on defense as well. The senior with the INT, and Bloomfield gets back to 500. They get the win 36-6 over Tri-County Northeast. And those top plays brought to you in part by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Well, Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. That'll wrap things up here. Don't forget college football tomorrow. UNK Northwestern Missouri State. Huge game, 12:50 tomorrow here on NCN. Then be back in the evening as Doane takes on Briar Cliff starting at 5:50. Next week, more high school football. Grand Island, Lincoln East on Thursday. Battle Creek, Boone Central on Friday. It's a lot of fun. We got a lot of football coming your way, and volleyball too. Head to newschannelnebraska.com to check out the full fall schedule. For my broadcast partner, Lou Siefker, Connor Libby, and the entire NCN Sports crew, I'm Eric McKay. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching the postgame show. Have a great weekend.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.